Oh, my hair. Oh, that was bad. Sorry. Hello! I'm having a bad hair day. Chad, what's up? What's up? Hello, hello, hello. I am finally here. Let me move my horns to the side a second. If I can find it. Hello? Hello? Am I crazy? Where are my horns? Oh, I found it. There we go. Chat! I am so excited for this stream. I think it's going to be really good. I think we're going to have a good time. Let me open my chat right now so I can actually read. Hello! How are you today? I'm chilling. The braids are so cute, thank you. I wanted to, like inform, break the norm, name 101 women. You know what, we will. And if I forget, remind me. We're going to do 101. So, chat, today we are, we will be naming 100 women. It is a trend challenge that has been going around. The QTcinderella started, and I'm like a couple of days late to it, but I saw a lot of streamers going live doing it, but I didn't have a great time watching it because I noticed that people were making it into like a joke, that they couldn't name 100 women. Lots of men, or like boys, fucking men, hold them accountable, they're men, would go live and it would be like a bit that they couldn't name 100 women, but that's not funny. Wait, hold on. What is this? There we go. Is my chat totally broken? Is it happening again today? Or are we all really quiet? Is it broken? Or are we all did we all have a minute of silence? Okay. I think we're good. It's just really delayed. Anyway. It's okay. I'm gonna open up my stream on the side and make sure, because it doesn't glitch on stream. Try immediate technical difficulty. There we go. Okay, cool. As I was saying, I saw a bunch of men going live thinking it was funny that they could name 100 women, and to me that's sad and disappointing. And I don't think there's anything funny about that, because if I were to sit them down and say name 100 men, they wouldn't just name male porn stars and music artists and miscellaneous. They would sit there and they would name scientists, inventors, musical artists as well. They would name a larger variety of things, because we are taught about men so much in school, because there's no women's history in any fucking curriculum. Anyway, so it pissed me off. So today I will be naming 100 women, but with the twist that I have made 50 Google slides with women that I think we should all be able to remember and know and name. So yes, I will be naming 50 off the top of my head, and then I'm just gonna hope I don't accidentally name one that is on the list, because I had to make the list. I have not had a lot of time to do this. So, Ada Lovelace is on there. She is a fucking goat. Also, her portraits are so pretty. Ada Lovelace is on there. There are so many amazing women on this list. There's such a huge variety, because your school hasn't taught you this, and no one will unless you go out of your way to, such as, I guess, me. Women have done so much, and they've been written out of history. They've been not credited, and men have been credited for their work. It's oh my god, it's so overwhelming. I can't find words for it. But the past 2 days being sat here and just making slides for a fucking living, it's incredible what these women have done, and it pisses me off that we don't know about them. That if I were to say their name, I think most of you wouldn't know who I'm talking about. So we're gonna go through them. You'll probably know some. There's like Beyonce's on here, for example. There are some that you're gonna know, and some that you might not. If you know everyone on this list, congrats. That's pretty cool. So yeah, I went on a really long rant about this last stream, so I guess if you want to hear my, like, thoughts just falling out of my mouth, you can watch that VOD afterwards, I guess, but I don't want this music right now. Let's just put this on. The content creator space, the Twitch space is, oh, speaking of content, I didn't tweet. No, I did tweet. Sorry, my brain's all over the place. This is a male-dominated entertainment industry. Most industries are male-dominated. Like, most industries are male-dominated, right? But I had a... this is like weird crow lore. I lived as a male for 3 years. Like, I lived as an AMAB, like, fucking dude, right? I say lived as an AMAB dude because I wasn't, like, a trans guy kind of thing. Like, people assumed I was AMAB, and I lived like that for 3 years. I was perceived as a male. I had short hair. I bited my fucking boobs. You know, so I went from growing up as a girl to living as a man for 3 years, and then kind of just discovering my gender more and becoming what I am today, which is whatever I really want to be when I wake up. And the difference is appalling. The difference is absolutely appalling. I was quite masculine when I first started in this space, and I was treated like people gave me space to speak despite being quite new. People respected my ideas. They, you know, I got asked to be on things more. Like, I don't know how to explain it to you, but the general experience was so much easier, like so much easier, than when I started being more feminine. I let my hair grow, wore more makeup, I face revealed, and I did so... How do I word this? I should have definitely tried to script this, but I was too busy making Google Slides. Hi, Luann! That I think recently I've looked back. I've read a lot of feminist literature recently, which I know is such like an incel thing to say, but I have. I've been getting back into reading, and reading in the minds of women about how they struggle in a male world made me realize, oh shit, I didn't have that struggle until I started being a woman, or like femme presenting again. And that made me angry. That made me very angry. And then on top of this trend being turned into a joke by men, made me even angrier. So we're doing this. The absolute misogyny embedded into people in this space is absolutely fucking ridiculous. And so much of it is subconscious, which makes me more mad, not at them, but at the world. It's so noticeable, and I really don't know how to word it to you, but I think I want so bad to be able to make something for the non-men people in this space. I want to be able to help them know that they can speak up, that it's okay to talk over men because they do it to us all the time anyway, that you can fucking promote your ideas, and if they don't pick it up, just fucking do it. You don't need men's approval to do shit. That's 101. But I want to really stress them, like, it's not just about doing whatever you want and XYZ. It's about not giving a fuck what men think and just running with it. And that it's not right we're talked over, and it's not right, like, all of it's fucked, okay? All of it's literally fucked. And in my mind, I'm like, how do I help this? How do I, like fix this? Because it's infuriating. It affects me a lot. It affects my self-esteem a lot when I'm not respected by my peers. And for so long, I wondered if it was because I'm not a good content creator, if people genuinely just think I'm like shit at what I do, if people think I'm boring, if they only care about the fact that I know how to do eyeliner and I dye my hair once a week. It's not that. It all changed when I started presenting myself more femininely. That's when it all shifted. So I think the only, like, okay, chat, if I were to, I'm being so bad at my words, I'm so sorry. I've chugged so much caffeine. If I were to make a space where non-men were able to speak about their problems, that's great, that's fantastic, and we already have a lot of those. But nobody will listen except for the people that are suffering from that. Do you know what I mean? The only people that will listen about non-men's sufferings are non-men. A lot of men won't sit there and fucking, like, listen to this. Because it's not their problem. Their lives are going pretty good as a man because they profit directly from being men. So why the fuck would they give a shit about us down here struggling to be heard? And I was like, man, fuck. Like, anything I make it won't get through to them. It won't get through to their tiny little selfish brains. And the only way I think that I can make shit like this work, and I can help people be heard and speak and give them a platform, is to just be fucking successful. The only route that I can think of where I can help other people is by just fucking pushing through, saying fuck you to anyone that doesn't treat me the way I should be treated, or speaks over me, or fucking doesn't support me when I've supported them so much, or doesn't give me the time of day when I've given them hours of mine. So I'm done waiting and sitting around and being quiet around men that are never gonna shut up and let me speak. I'm fucking tired of it. So the drive is to just be successful and to have more spaces and have more silence so that non-men can speak. I know I keep saying non-men, as I don't generalize with women, because I'm not a woman, so it'd be kind of crazy for me to say that, but yeah, I hope all of that makes sense. Because if we had waited, if women waited for men to shut up in order to say something, the list I'm about to show you would be empty. It'd be fucking empty. I'm done waiting and hoping that men will respect me enough to let me speak in front of cameras, behind cameras, on their shows, the backstage of their shows. I'm tired of it. I'm so exhausted. It's so exhausting. And when it started fucking my self-esteem and my confidence to actually pursue this career and make the things I wanted to make because men would just shrug it off, that's when I went, no, you're not taking this shit from me. I'm done. I'm fucking pushing through. Eat my shit. Hope that makes sense. Anyway. It's infuriating, chat. It's so infuriating. What is this? There we go. So support streamers that aren't fucking men. Because they dominate this industry, and they really do pick and choose who they want to have on their streams and shit, which is fair, but then you look at the percentages of men to non-men and you go, there are jokes I make that people don't laugh at, that when a man makes it, they laugh. Like, it's so blatant misogyny. It's so blatant. Anyway, chat. Yeah. And remember, it's not all men, but it's everyone else. It's everyone else. And I'm not doing this for people to go, Cryers, this is so amazing that you're doing this. Like, I've just kind of poured a bit of my heart out to you there to explain that this is literally just fucking needed. And I got told that maybe there would be people that come into my chat being like, oh, someone had to ruin the fun of the challenge. Suck my dick, okay? It's not even there, and it's gonna be bigger than yours if you're saying that. Shut the fuck up. Okay, shut up. Like, this is still gonna be fun. I still am probably gonna fucking struggle to name the other 50 to some degree, because I'm gonna go, was it on the list I've been making for the past 2 days? But we can try. We can fucking try. I'm gonna give you guys the option of... Oh.
You go, Crow. You are making me tear up. I'm a female and almost never hear someone as a streamer talk about it.
I know, and it's so depressing. It's so depressing that we're, like, in a way, I think it's because streamers don't talk about it because they don't want to be seen as, like, revolutionists in that aspect. Because if you're seen as too, like, I'm a, like, powerful woman, then a lot of men will go, okay, I don't want anything to do with you then. And then they're worried that they'll be, like, deplatformed because no big creators want to collab with them because all the big creators are men. Fuck it. Fuck it, man. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. This music. I think we're just gonna be listening to like Flawed Mangoes this stream. If anyone can think of any like music like this that I can play, let me know, because this is kind of my. This is a very specific playlist. I don't want to overplay for myself, but yeah. When I get mad at feeling protagonist for no reason, that happens to me during D&D sessions, dude. I edit the recaps for D&D. And when I'm scrolling through the chat sometimes, and there are people straight up just calling me and Amy annoying, like specifically me and Amy. Bro, we don't talk. Brother, me and Amy barely talk. We barely fucking talk. What are you saying? Literally, what are you saying? And when we do talk, we get talked over. Like, that's the realism of it. What do you mean? What do you mean we're annoying? We don't talk. I switched up my character so I could talk more to be interesting, because I realized playing a kind of I can't do it anymore. It's crazy. Powerful men are put on pedestals while powerful women are called narcissists, or too loud, or too aggressive, or too extreme. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to fucking hear it. But you know who I want to hear about? Okay, I was going to say, chat, you have the option here. Shall we start with the list? Or shall I come up with the one first? Does that make sense? Should name number 1 be the first slide? Or should it come from my brain? List. A woman can only overreact. Holy shit. Damn. Start with the list. Okay, a lot of people are saying list. We'll go with list. Okay. I don't want to listen to this one. I don't listen to that one either. We'll go with this. Oh, this is a really pretty one. I like this one a lot. Let me introduce you to number 1 on the list. Bang! Wilma Rudolph. Where is this? Thank you. Let me move you over so I can read. Thank you. I hope you've heard of Wilma Rudolph because her accomplishments are fucking insane. Also, all the music will be Flawed Mangoes for the stream. So Wilma Rudolph is an Olympic champion and activist. I'll just read through the whole thing. Wilma Rudolph was acclaimed the fastest woman in the world in the 1960s, and became the first American woman to win 3 gold medals in track and field during a single Olympic Games. 3 gold medals in a single Olympic Games is fucking crazy. She recovered from childhood polio, scarlet fever, and pneumonia, and won 3 gold medals at the 1960 Olympic Games, the first American woman to ever do so. After her Olympic career, she did goodwill ambassadorial work for the American government in Africa, as well as campaigning work for the civil rights movement. Fucking hell. That's crazy. I think recovered from childhood polio, which killed like everyone, scarlet fever, and pneumonia. And then she got up and said, I'm gonna go win 3 gold medals now, and then went to do fucking ambassadorial work. Is nuts. And, someone that wins 3 gold medals and then is viewed in such high regard, then doing civil rights movement work. Simply incredible. Bro said I always come back. Yeah, she did unfortunately die somewhat young to a health problem. She had a lot of health problems, which I think makes it even more impressive that so much track and field. But yeah, absolutely iconic. And that's such a nice picture as well. That's a real image. Do you know how hard it was to fucking scour through the AI images and try and find the real ones? It's fucking ridiculous. But I'm pretty sure all of these are real. Where are my horns? Oh, Wilma, can I have those back? Thank you. Yeah, no, fucking incredible. So I'm gonna pull up, here's how we're gonna do it. I'm gonna pull up the list, And I'm gonna put Wilma. Whoa. I can't type. I'm on so much caffeine, my hands are shaking. That's actually crazy. Number 2! Which one is she? She is the winner. Because she won fucking all of them. Always assume she's on the podium. She won all 3 gold medals in track and field. This is Wilma. Chat, sorry, I should have made that a bit clearer, but I think it's pretty obvious. But this whole page basically says, oh, and she was a fucking champ. So, she's on the podium. Okay, number 2. Black Queen, Black Excellence. Dude, 3 gold medals, what is it saying? Okay. Think of a woman. Think of a woman. Not one on the list. This is gonna be the hardest part for me, is naming one that isn't on the list. Or it has to be Googleable, right? That's one of the... I can't say, like, my grandma, because she did a lot of activism. My grandma was an activist. Okay. It has to be Googleable. Chat can't help, and either way, I think all of the ones Chat will say are probably on the list anyway. Okay, think, lock in. Vivienne Westwood. I don't think that's how you spell her name. No, I think that's right. Am I stupid? Is that how you spell her name? Spelling doesn't matter. Oh yeah, to be fair. Oh no, they did say that. Vivienne. Isn't that how I wrote it? I did. Okay, chat, you can't help. Either way, I probably won't be looking at chat while I'm doing it. And if you catch me, you can tell me. You got it right. Okay, sick. Shout out Vivienne Westwood. Fucking crazy lady. She had like... First of all, her jewelry fucking bangs. Her jewelry actually fucking bangs. Second of all, she did a lot of activism. She was actually, like, she did shit. She didn't just, she was more than a fashion designer, is what I'm trying to say. I listen to more slightly upbeat music, but I can't fucking think of anything. What is like this? But we have lo-fi beats. Fucking, we can get some lo-fi beats up in here. I don't fucking know. Yeah, it's one of the, like, the rules. Because what we're doing right now is like a challenge / game, technically. I just realized I forgot to do this. Bang. Okay, that looks a lot better now. Oh, is it far away? Is this better? I didn't realize how far my mic was. Just because I was eating. Or drinking. It was always so far away. Oh. Lo-fi beats to name women too is fucking crazy. Silent Hill music is like horror music. I'm just gonna do lo-fi beats. And we'll see how that goes. Nuts! Thank you for the sub. Is lo-fi girl on the list? Thank you so much for the tier 1. Whoa, why is it playing twice? Hello? This entire... Dude, this whole, like, scene I have on OBS is so fucking broken. It's so ridiculous. I need to just delete it and start over again. Okay. My personal lives would have to recognize appreciation every... I would agree with that. That's why I was gonna, like, name my grandma and say her accomplishments. I might just fucking do it anyway at some point. But anyway, next on the list, we have Mary Anning. I hope that's the correct pronunciation. I can't think of any way to pronounce it. She was a paleontologist, and I hope you guys know about her because she has, like, she's done, I'm just gonna read it, but she's badass. Thank you for okay, I gotta fix that. What are you doing in chat? Thank you to Maxie for the 5 months. Thank you. Let me move my alerts, bro. Are they in there? There we go. Okay, I think that should be fixed. They should come up on the corner now. Okay. Also, don't worry about reading all of it. I'm gonna read out loud all the time anyway, so you're chilling. Am I what? Oh. Mary Anning was from a very poor family that couldn't afford to send her to school, so she learned to read and write at a church Sunday school. She enjoyed fossil collecting with her father, and once he passed away when she was 10, she continued to do so without him alongside her dog Trey. You can see Trey, the dog. Oh wait, it won't let me. Can you please? There we go. You can see this is Trey, the little dog. This isn't just a random random fluff. This is Trey. She would find, dig out, and sell her findings to London specialists. Her unique paleontological specimens helped her transform beliefs about the origins of life. She also, this is not on there, but she really contributed to the book, was it Arwen's book, I think? A book about the origins of life. She wasn't credited on that, but she had heavy impact on that fucking book. She dedicated her life to I'm sure I'm pronouncing it right, paleontology, and made some of the most important discoveries to date. However, because Mary was a woman and from a working class background, she was denied a seat in the Geological Society. Darwin. Yes, not Arwen, Darwin. I was thinking of of the D&D god. Jesus. Mary Anning died of breast cancer in 1847. After her death, 19th century scientists simply wrote her out of their books. The naturalists who'd bought her specimens were credited for her discoveries. Today, the National History Museum in London showcases several of Mary Anning's findings, including her ichthyosaur. I'm so sorry, Mary. This is so humiliating. Plesiosaur and pterosaur. I think I did that right. Yeah, so basically, she was one of the ones that I like read up a lot on afterwards because I was like, what the hell, this is insane. Like how much credit they took for everything she did. She sold all these discoveries for essentially very little money because they knew she was poor, and they was like, well, you're a woman and you dug it up. So, ichthyosaur. Okay, thank you. So all the specialists paid her very little, so she never became rich. She never evolved from her working class, and she contributed oh so heavily to so many discoveries about the origins of life, about dinosaurs, like fossils, obviously. And she is called, like, factually one of the greatest to do fossil discovery. And she was never credited until, like, fucking fairly recently, because everyone that bought her stuff just said that they dug it up and they was never gonna take Mary's word for it, and she also didn't know what was happening, because she was just selling her stuff, and then they waited until she died to be like, oh, I discovered this, by the way. There was apparently debate about whether or not she existed for a small period of time, but then they found someone that went over and like interviewed her, the closest thing you can have to an interview in fucking the 1800s. And I don't remember the quote exactly, but the person that was asking her all these questions said that she had like an undeniable gift to just find and know exactly like where the fossils had come from, almost. Basically, she was a fucking goat, okay? Literally one of the greatest, like just factually one of the greatest. But it's an absolute fucking disgrace that they waited until she died to be like, I discovered this, and it took about 200 years for her to actually get credit. Fucking ridiculous. But yeah, this is such a badass picture. Can I just say, this is such a, I'd say picture, drawing. Insane. There is a lot about her because she is so incredible. So if you want to research further, there are lots and lots and lots of places. Same goes for most of women on this list, because obviously I found out about them. So, yeah. I know a lot of my chatters actually really like dinosaurs, because I get a lot of questions about what's my favorite dinosaur, and then they just kind of info dump. So I assume all my chatters, one in chat if you're one of my dinosaur loving chatters. If you're one of them, you probably know about Mary. Yeah, okay, there we go. I know specifically here, I have a shitload of people that fucking love dinosaurs. There goes a bit more upbeat. Okay. Yeah, no, yeah. I like dinosaurs, but I need to do more than research Oh, you don't need to do research to love something. If you want to research it, go ahead. That was a crazy typo. Okay. Can't be fictional. I gotta think. The only ones coming to my mind are the one on the list. This is so annoying. I'm not reading chat. You guys can't help me. You can't save me! Krowfang community, no one's coming to save us. I can put my friend, surely. Can I just put Bekimon? Because she immediately came to mind, because I saw everyone put Bekimon. And a crazy blunt rotation. I'll put Bekimon. I want to put Colon 3. Just because, I don't know, it was gonna happen. It was gonna happen eventually. Also, Bekimon is fucking awesome. She's like, the way she holds herself and presents herself as like a badass woman in this space has always been something I've like really looked up to. And she's just really funny, and she's really talented. So I'm happy I'm around her. So shout out Bekimon for being a badass woman. All her badass characters that are women. Shout out. 5. Back to the presentation. Also, I don't remember the order of any of this, so this is a surprise to me. But yeah, Bekimon, I love you, Bekimon. Amrita Priyam, Indian writer and poet. She was the first female recipient of the Sahitya Akademi Award, which is a very, very high literary honor in India. I didn't know what it was, so I looked it up. It's a big deal. In 1956, and it was for her magnum opus Sunehadeh. Sorry about my pronunciation. Amrita Pritam was a prominent feminist writer who advocated for gender equality and women's rights, and many of her works speak about the partition of India, which was like a big fucking deal, that she mourned a lot the partition of India. So a lot of it is about that, as well as, you know, exactly what it says there, women's rights. Many of Amrita Pritam's female characters are strong, resilient, and independent. I was just saying that with Bekimon. They challenge traditional gender roles and societal norms, serving as inspirational figures for readers, especially women who may find empowerment in their stories. And that is like insanely important. I was literally saying at the beginning of stream that I've been reading more feminist literature, which is just such an insult sentence, and I hate that it is. And reading characters that are women powering through life is like, it makes it easier to feel powerful when doing shit. You get what I mean. Surely you get what I mean. Yeah, so it's extremely important. And the fact that she was doing it in like fucking 1956 India, post-partition, is incredible. Also, she's fucking gorgeous. Just saying. Yes. I would say any questions, but I would be scared to, in case I won't know a lot of them, but I do my best. I also just realized I put her name wrong in the thing. There we go. I love her too. Like writing about characters that are minorities, not the, you know what I mean, is really important, because then we pick up those books and go, holy shit, you just like me, except you just fucking powered through. I'm gonna do that too. Hope you get what I mean. I'm saying that a lot this stream. More caffeine. Another woman for my brain. Oh shit. Okay, I can't name another streamer. That's also wrong with me. I'm not gonna name a music artist. What about an actress? Anne Hathaway. First one I thought of, probably because I watched The Devil Wears Prada the other day. Anne Hathaway? No, that's wrong. Hathaway. Also, she was the one that, didn't she say that Hollywood said to her that she doesn't have any sex appeal, and then she just released this, like, photo shoot of her being like, oh, fuck you, here's me being sexy. That was her, right? It was one of the girls that they constantly cast in rom-coms. I think it was her. That was so badass of her. That was her. Okay, cool. I thought so. I didn't want to state it, and then I was wrong. That was fucking crazy. Like, in a good way. Hollywood saying to anyone, you don't have any sex appeal, is disgusting, considering Hollywood's Hollywood's mainly attracted to people they shouldn't be attracted to. Should we put it that way? Number 7! Because it's ran by men. Number 7. Okay, next on the list. Wangari Maathai. Pretty sure I'm pronouncing that right. I hope. She was an environmental activist. Wangari Maathai was a Kenyan environmental activist who founded the Green Belt movement. It campaigned for the planting of trees, environmental conversation, and women's rights. So, because I didn't know what the Green Belt movement was, I looked it up just to see, like, you know, what else there was to it. It does a lot more than just what it says there with, like, planting of trees, environmental conversation, women's rights. It throws so much, like, into women's rights. I think more than that gives it credit to, and also just the environment. So I'm pretty sure it was, like, giving women women that are just forced to live, like, the traditional, you know, misogynistic way of life of, like, working for the husband, etc., to for them to be able to work with, like, planting trees, etc., for, like, a fair wage, and to be able to live their own lives and, like, not have to, you know, be tied into marriages and such. So it not only helped the environment, it helps women not be tied down to men in certain places of the world. Yeah, pretty sick. She was the first woman in East and Central Africa to earn a doctorate degree. Maathai was elected to Parliament and appointed Assistant Minister for Environment and Natural Resources from 2003 to 2005, that's a pretty big deal. It's crazy that I have to say all this so casually. Like, what do you mean? I feel like I should have a certain tone for this, but it's like, it's all impressive. Everything on my screen is impressive. Like, she was the first woman in East and Central Africa to earn a doctorate degree, and then elected to Parliament and appointed as, like, it's crazy. It's crazy. She's a fucking girl boss. Her work was internationally recognized when, in 2004, she became the first African woman to receive the Nobel Peace Prize for a contribution to sustainable development, peace, and democracy. Basically, fucking icon. Founded a whole fucking movement and, like, countless charities. Helped women not be tied down to men. Helped the planet. Like, absolutely incredible. And it pisses me off that I didn't know about her. This is one that I didn't know about at all. So 8. Oh, it's my turn. No, she's on the list. I'm trying to think athletes. I think it's easier for me to come up with names if I try and categorize them. So I just went, okay, do athletes, and then my brain immediately went Serena Williams, but she's on there. Water Munch! Hi, Water Munch! Oh my god, I'm putting Water Munch. Thank you for the raid! Oh, there we go. Thank you for the raid! How was your stream? Welcome, raiders. I'm naming 100 women, except 50 of them are gonna be from slides that I've made about women that we should all know about. So if you're in for a fun little educational stream, don't say hi yet. Oh, okay. You let me know. If you're in for an educational stream, you're at the right place. We're just learning about some fucking rad women. Hi, Water Munch. You know what? I'm gonna put you on the list. You're Googleable. I don't care. I don't care. You're badass. You're badass. In your own words. I can't say that. No, I'm not saying that's crazy. But Water Munch, you know you're badass. Okay? Water Munch is going on the list. Just going on the list. That was you answering it for me. Welcome to the list of 100 women. Number 10. Oh, number 9. We're not even a tenth of the way in. Number 9. Right. PowerPoint time. So again, if you've just gotten in here, I'm genderqueer, but I will take it. What? What? When did you come out as genderqueer? Oh, but you'll take it. Okay. When did you do that? At least 10% of the time. You said you'll take it on the list, so I'll keep you on the list. What the fuck? I get so pissed. They have been like this? What? Like a couple minutes ago? Months? Oh, no, you said mints. No, you said mints, so I don't feel bad now. You said a couple minutes ago. So I was live, so I wouldn't have known. Do I have to be on Twitter more? Whenever someone comes out, I want them to DM me. Otherwise, I won't say. I'm joking. What the fluff? Wait, what are your pronouns nowadays? Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I actually didn't know. This is huge, though. Okay. Next. Grace Hopper. Oh my god, she's incredible. Okay. She's a computer scientist. She was, well, not just a computer scientist. She was an American computer scientist, mathematician, and United States Navy Rear Admiral. And if you don't know anything about the Navy, it's a pretty big deal. She was the first woman to earn a PhD in both mathematics and mathematical physics from Yale University and was a professor of mathematics at Vassar College. She worked on the very earliest computers and later developed COBOL, a commercial programming language that caused military innovation to transform the business of the world that is still in use today. I think she's any pronouns. Okay. Yeah, I think you guys would know about Grace Hopper, I hope. That's a lot of big words because she's done a lot of stuff. But the next part I think should stay with you because I think it's really fucking funny and iconic. So while Grace was working on a Mark II computer at Harvard University, just another Tuesday for her, one of the computers, I'll just say it in my own words, one of the computers that she was working on stopped working. So she was like, what the fuck's going on? And then her and her coworkers found a moth inside the computer. So then they took the moth out. She taped it to a piece of paper, which you can see here, and said, first actual case of bug being found. And that was the first time in history the word debugging was used on a computer. So us saying a game is bugged, oh, my computer's bugged, this, that, you owe it to her. She made that shit. She ate. That moth was me, sorry. Oh my god, I gotta free you, bro, I gotta free you. That's why we use the term debugging, or like something's a bug, because a fucking moth flew into a Mark II computer she was working on in 1947. How fucking that's crazy. I had no idea. I learned about that when I was doing this. It's like sick, but also so funny. So that's a fun fact for you that you can like say at a fucking party or something. Okay, Grace Hopper. Trying to think of music artists that aren't on the fucking list. Oh my god. Ah, what's her name? What's her name? I know her songs. I need her now. She published Venom. Her name's not Smino because Smino's another fucking music artist, but it's like that. It's like Smith or something. It's not Lil Sims. Lil Sims. Because she wrote no, you can help me give me the name because I just couldn't remember her fucking name. She wrote what was the fucking lyric in Venom? I can like hear it. Never giving credit where it's due because you don't like pussy and power. Which is exactly what this stream is. It's Little Sims. I did think that looked a little odd. Was it? I think it's that. Never giving credit where it's due because you don't like pussy and power or something. Crazy. Crazy, crazy. Bars. Absolute bars. Anyway, let's go through these a little bit quicker because there's 50 of them and I'm already an hour into stream. But we're going to give all of them the time they deserve. Just those exact words. Yeah! Fucking crazy. That song trended like 2 years ago. Okay, Sakajuweya. And some fucker in chat is going to go, from Night in the Museum? Yes, bitch, from Night in the Museum. Akko! Hi, Akko! Thank you for the raid! Hi, Akko! Hi! How you doing? Welcome, Raiders, to the first ever Krowfang educational stream. That's actually not true. I don't know why I keep saying that. It's literally not true. I miss you too. Will you come down before you leave? Please, please. Hello, Raiders. I'm doing the naming 100 women, except I have 50 slides of historically important women. So I name a woman off the top of my head, and then we go into a slide. So we're about to hop into this one because I'm sick and tired of men taking this challenge as a joke. So I decided to be educational about it, because if you can't name 100 women, it's a bit pathetic, isn't it? Bought Jane Austen novels and burned them on stream, by the way. Okay. Well, thanks for giving me another name for the list. Yeah. So if you want, you can sit along and learn about all these amazing women. She's on the list. In her teens, she helped. Whoa! Hi, back. Hi, B. Thank you for the raid. Oh my god, double raid. What? What? Wait. Why am I waiting? Hello? I'm not gonna wait. I'm done waiting for men. In her teens, she helped the Lewis and Clark expedition in achieving their mission objectives by exploring the Louisiana Territory. I don't think Frida's on the list because I think this is a bit wrong of me, but I knew that everyone would go, I know Frida Kahlo, and I was like, I want to try and aim for some women that people won't know, but maybe she's on there? It's because everyone points to Frida when they talk about feminism, and I fucking shout out Frida, like we should all know about Frida, but I was like, let me not just sit here and tell people what they already know, you know. I want to, you know. And then you can go, okay, but why is Beyonce on there then? Okay, listen, fucking listen. All right, man. In her teens, she helped the Lewis and Clark expedition in achieving their mission by exploring the Louisiana Territory. So she traveled with the expedition for thousands of miles from North Dakota to the Pacific Ocean, which is a long fucking way, by the way. She helped establish the cultural contacts with Native American people and contributing to the expedition's knowledge of natural history in different regions. And she did all of that. I don't know why I didn't put that on the slide. She did all that with her baby on her back. She carried her fucking baby the whole way. She was forced to marry, I believe it was a French guy. And then she was put through the whole fucking thing, and it was really fucked up. But she was an absolute fucking legend by just going on the Lewis and Clark expedition, and like her I don't think contribution is the right word. Contribution is not strong enough of a word. We have a lot to thank her for in terms of the things we know today about you know, indigenous cultures and such, because the fact that she could translate and get the people on the expedition to fucking write down what she was saying in terms of how they live, the plants they eat, the, you know, natural medicines, etc. Translating and then having that written down by someone is really, really important. I'm not wording this very well, but I think you get what I mean. Without her, they would have been fucked. The expedition wouldn't have been possible. They wouldn't have learned fucking anything. They probably just would have gotten an arrow to the head. But she did all of that with her fucking baby on her back. What an icon. And yes, she was from Night in the Museum, which actually does a somewhat good job in telling her story, because there's the whole arc of the woman that likes her, and then it tells you about her. Yeah, absolute icon. Preservation of cultures. Thank you. You literally worded everything I could not in 3 words. I don't know about the baby. Unfortunately, I don't think anything could happen because she was fucking married off after helping them, because what else were men gonna do with a woman that helped them? Sacagawea. 12. Now what? Because I've got streamer, actress, streamer, musician. Okay, not on the list. Did we say it was okay for me to name women that I know personally? Because I think that's also adds such a fun twist. Dolly Parton, is she on the list? Oh wait, you can't help me. But now you got me. Yes, you can. Oh, fuck it. I'm gonna put my grandma, but I'm not gonna put her full name. I'm gonna put Crow's grandma. Fun fact about my grandma, she was a trans activist. That wasn't her entire life, but that's not what I meant. Okay, don't care. I'm putting her. I don't give a shit. No one's stopping me from putting my grandma on my own damn list. She had a, lengthy career in, like, television and she worked for the BBC, which is, like, the national fucking channel in England. And she was extremely fucking woke for her time. And she promoted, like, you know, fucking gender equality, LGBTQ plus rights. She did so much, I'm struggling to name one thing, basically. But she told me about it when I was old enough for me to comprehend activism, I suppose. But she would get minorities on the big screen so they could talk about the issues that they face, so that the country empathized and actually fucking did something. But yeah, no, she's absolutely incredible. She's not dead, but she's incredible. She pretty much raised me. She's just absolute icon. I love her so much, and she was the most supportive person in my life. So if you want to thank her for anything other than the activism, for some reason, you can thank her for creating me, because you know what I mean. Yeah, I'm adding my grandma. I'm taking my own fucking twist on this. Fuck me if I'm gonna have some fucking man in my chat telling me how to do things. Goat Ma. No, she is so dope. She was also, like, alternative at a young... She was a whole goth, bro. Absolute goat. Next. Can you add my mother? I don't know your mom. Mary Curie. Okay, yeah, she was on the list. I mean, I'm fucking hoping a majority of us here know Mary Curie. She was a physicist and chemist. She changed the entire world twice. She named and founded the science of radioactivity, and her discoveries launched effective cures for cancer. She was the first woman to win a Nobel Prize, first female professor at the University of Paris, and the first person to ever win a second Nobel Prize. Which is insane. So she didn't invent radioactivity. Like, she didn't create radioactivity, but she was the one that went, hold on, what's this? Founded the science of it and then named it. She discovered it, studied it, named it, and then that helped literally create the effective cures for cancer that we still use today. Radioactive chemotherapy, basically. And 2 Nobel Prizes. First person to ever make 2 Nobel Prizes, to ever win 2 Nobel Prizes, which is a big fucking deal. Not the first woman to do so, the first person to do so. But no, absolutely incredible. I think a lot of us, I hope all of us, are Mary Curie, because she changed the world twice. Okay, you icon. I want you to just, if we could bring people back for like a day, imagine her getting swarmed by like stans being like, girl, you ate that. Girl, that whole radioactivity thing. Gagged. She'd be like, what? Her stats go hard. No, oh my god. Oh my god, girl, you slayed. She'd be like, no, I tried to actually do the opposite of that. I tried to help people. She named one of the radioactive findings after Poland because she was Polish. What did 7 do to 9? Anyway, 14. I have to name one now. I'm trying to think of a sector. let's go with art. Let me think of an artist. Oh, there are so many artists on this list. Like paint art. Can't be the woman with the earring, that's boring. She's on the list. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, I'm gonna stop making myself compressed to genres. I don't think it's helping. Dude, this is so bad. I should have waited 2 days so that the only thing in my mind wasn't the people on the list. I just stopped putting my chatters there. You know, if my grandma can be there, so can Jessica. What's her name? What's her name? Savannah Collins? I think it's Savannah. It's something Collins. The author of the Hunger Games, Susan Collins. Suzanne Collins. I was so close. Also, I'm not doing like a timer for this. This isn't really a challenge. This is just us having a good old time. You're also allowed to spell things wrong. Yeah, but I'm not like timing myself. I'm just taking my damn time. Imagine if I was like, okay, it's an educational stream, but I'm gonna skim over everything. Help me radicalize against capitalism. The Hunger Games. Oh my god, this book's incredible. Okay, next. Roberta Cowell. She was a British racing driver, Second World War fighter pilot, and a war prisoner. What a crazy resume. Roberta Elizabeth Marshall Cowell was a British racing driver, Second fighter pilot, and war prisoner. She was the first known British trans woman to undergo gender-affirming surgery in 1951. She took female hormones and forged a friendship with Michael Dillon, the first person in the world to undergo female-to-male gender reassignment. Supporting Roberta's desire to transition, Dillon, who was training to become a doctor, agreed to secretly carry out an illegal orchiectomy, the surgical removal of her testicles. This enabled Roberta to finally be officially classified as intersex by a gynecologist, allowing her to receive a new birth certificate stating her sex as female. So it's such a beautiful story of like a trans woman and a trans man helping each other out. Because I read more about this one as well, because I was like, what? What? Yeah, as it says, Dylan did the fucking surgery, which is insanely risky in 1951, but it worked out. And then she went to a gynecologist and said, I think I'm intersex, even though she didn't feel well. She just had surgery because she knew that they wouldn't approve of her having surgery. So then she got classified as intersex, and then they classified her as a woman on her birth certificate. So they literally, she gagged the system. Absolutely gagged the system. And she looked good doing it. I mean, come on. Yeah. No. Oh no, wrong person. Never mind. She had a lot of surgeries after that as well. She was really smart in how she went through a transition. People had to be the very first. Like, it's hard enough now, 70 plus years later. I can't even imagine how brave she had to be. Exactly. Being a trans woman alone is like unfortunately a fucking challenge. But on top of that, her being like, I'm getting the surgery. I don't give a fuck. I'm just raw dogging the surgery. Terrible use of words, but you get it. Yeah. Okay, list time. Her story is also really sad, though. Like, the ending's really sad. But let's focus on the good bit. But, yeah, no. It's unfortunate that so many... Like, my brain just went, Oprah. No, I'm not putting Oprah. I'm not putting Oprah. It's unfortunate that so many of them get fucking revealed as awful people, especially recently with the whole fucking Epstein thing. I say Epstein thing as if I didn't watch like 6-hour-long documentaries about it. I have so many women of mine, it's killing me. You know when you're like, let me think of a song I like, and then you can't think of any? Because it's not like I'm sitting here and I don't know a single woman. I don't want anyone to be like, well, it's a bit crazy that you're doing this stream, but you can't name a single woman. That's not what's happening. Okay, come on, fucking focus. Think of someone. I've completely forgotten her name. There was a chess grandmaster I was reading about yesterday, and I didn't add her to the list. I think it was Anna something. But there's like 41 grandmaster chess players. She's fictional. Tell me you know Beth Harmon's fictional, Derpy. I know, okay. I was gonna be so concerned that you thought I was reading like an autobiography. Okay, lock in. No, that's literally one of my teachers. Why is my brain doing this to me? Oh, they're all on the damn list. I'm dying. Okay, just think of an actress. There's so many actresses. Zendaya. Bang. There we go. Maybe the categories do help me. Anne. It must have been her. It must have been her. Am I allowed to add her next time? Because I know about her. I just couldn't remember her name. I just remembered it was Anna or something. Natasha Lyonne. Okay, come on now. I'll add Anne. I just said I'm not going against the rules. Fuck you. Oh my god, imagine being a man telling me how to fucking play my own educational game on my own stream. Be quiet. Emmeline Pankhurst, political activist. In 1903, that was a long time ago. Emmeline Pankhurst founded the, also I'm half joking, Derpy, it's okay. Founded the Women's Social and Political Union to campaign for women's rights to vote in Britain. Deeds, not words, being its motto. She roused thousands of women to demand, rather than ask politely, for their democratic right in a mass movement that has been unparalleled in British history. Always in the thick of the struggle, she endured 13 imprisonments, her name and cause being known throughout the world. Yeah, she... she was a strong-ass woman. 13 imprisonments, enough, sounds like... That alone sounds fucking insane. But there's even more. Like, they could not shut her up, and they shouldn't have been able to. They just could not. She just kept fucking pushing for rights. And, the whole movement of, you know, the Women's Social and Political Union and women's rights to vote, we have a lot to thank her for in that regard. She did a lot of work with it. Yeah, she just constantly pushed back. Deeds, not words. It is a motto that we still say today, like with feminism. She's incredible. I literally just lose my words. Yeah. I should have some water, not coffee, because the reason I can't speak is because I'm drinking black coffee. So that's capitals. And I'm adding Anna, because I knew the first name. And if I'm allowed to butcher the name, I'm allowed to not know the second name. Don't care. She's a chess grandmaster. She's just really impressive. I was just reading about her yesterday. Because I like chess and feminism, so why not? Okay, 19. Next. Ada Lovelace. Someone was like, please tell me she's on here. She's on there. And also, oh my, just look at this portrait. Oh my god, it's so good. It's so good. English mathematician. Ada Lovelace was an English mathematician, and she created a program for the prototype of a digital computer designed by mathematician Charles Babbage. She's been called the first ever computer programmer. Not the first woman computer, the first computer programmer ever. The early programming language Ada was named for her, and the second Tuesday in October has become Ada Lovelace Day. Message! I've skipped over to, have I? Thank you for the raid! How's your stream? It's okay. If I find that I've missed one, I'll just go back. Thank you! Welcome to the Naming 100 Women stream, except 50 of them are slides I prepared. Second Tuesday in October has become Ada Lovelace Day, on which the contributions of women to science, technology, engineering, and mathematics are honored. And I'm trying to recall this. I'm so sorry I keep, like, scrunching up my words here. I've just engulfed so much information over the past 2 days making all this that it's now falling apart. She worked under Charles Babbage, and he noticed how good she was at maths and just like working around computers in general, that when he saw that potential, he was like, here's a device, I want you to give it life. And then she just programmed the computer. I don't know how else to describe it to you. She fucking programmed the computer. And that's why we have the programming language Ada. But yeah, no, she was really fucking badass. First ever computer programmer. Girl boss. Ada Lovelace. Okay, another woman. Can't be a chess player. Still thinking of chess players. Let's go with... Can I just say Miaraza? Nothing else is coming to my brain. Grenades 50 female chess players. Dude, if I tried really hard. Miaraza is a content creator. Josephine Butler. Feminist and social reformer. She was the leader of a national women's political campaign in Victorian England at a time when women did not have the right to vote. Did not have the vote. I don't know why I wrote it like that. Did not have the vote. You don't have the votes. Anyway, she campaigned on behalf of prostitutes and abused and trafficked women from 1869 until her death in 1906. Against all the odds, she succeeded in repealing a law, Contagious Diseases Act, in 1886, which allowed prostitutes to be sexually assaulted by police surgeons on a regular basis. So, that law, the Contagious Diseases Act, like, how do I word this? Oh my god, it's so annoying because I've read so much about this one as well. That like sex workers, like prostitutes, trafficked women, etc., had no rights at all back then. Like, I mean, we're talking the 1800s. They had absolutely no rights. So, repealing laws, or repelling. Oh my god, I can't speak. I didn't mean reappealing. That's the wrong word. That's actually very much the wrong word. Basically, she fucking gave rights to sex workers, trafficked women, and stopped them from repealing. Thank you. I realized when I said it, I was like, no, not reappealing. That'd be crazy if she reappealed the law. She gave women more rights. Basically, extremely important. You know, stop them from fucking dying of all these, you know, sexually contracted diseases that they're getting, because they're like, men were just allowed to just do whatever they wanted to women back then, especially prostitutes and trafficked women, because they had extra no rights. So she helped doing that. I need to stop like trying to just repeat what it's saying in different words, because it's not really adding anything. The point is, she's cool. Neighbor, can you shut up? Like, if you're bored and you don't want to be here, you can leave. Jesus. I'll sit here and talk all night about women. I don't give a shit. Okay. Oh, wait, no, it's my turn. I was about to just go in. 22. Okay. That's a streamer. I can't bother. I don't want to just name streamers. Because it emphasizes what she did. Could spend days just 24 hours stream. Okay. Use your brain. I want to name another fashion designer. Cruella de Vil wasn't real Crow. You can't fucking name Cruella de Vil. Jesus. Imagine if I was just like, Cruella de Vil. Okay. Oh, I can't name her. There's can't name another chess player. There's a woman I want to talk about, but I can't name her because she's someone I work with. So for me to name her would be a bit weird. So I'm just gonna put a fake name. We're gonna roll with it. What if you just said fuck it and started naming fictional characters? That'd be a fun twist. I think that'd take away from the point of it though. Because I'm trying to raise awareness of women's history, and if I just start being like, yeah, Mercy from Overwatch, Sarah Marston, okay, let's give her a fake name. Let's call her Mary. Why not? So I'm gonna. This is someone that I work with, or someone that I guess I could say I take care of. So she was 20 something, I think she was like 25, had no studies, nothing, was walking around Brighton one day. She's from Brighton, and a woman passed her a card, being like, oh my god, you look amazing in my dresses, please wear my dresses because like you would suit this, that, the other. And she was like, I have no experience modeling, I'm not involved in the fashion world, I don't know. And they're like, oh, I don't care, just show up to this address, here's my apartment, stop by please. So she did. She went to the apartment, they tried on a bunch of dresses on her. It was like this fucking big deal modeling agency. Unfortunately I can't say who it was because then it would tell you who the model is and who I'm talking about, but it was a big deal. So she went on to be picked up by the modeling agency, a fucking huge one. And then she dated the founder of it, and then became successful enough to buy it off of him. She bought this massive fuck off modeling agency because she became so successful. She was like, I could do this better, and bought it from him post breakup. And then went on to run it extremely successfully. The profit of it like quintupled. And then when she was kind of done with it, she switched into more marketing. But I remember when because I said to her, like, you know, what's your story? Your house is beautiful. You have such nice clothes. Like, how did you, you know, when we first met? And she told me that story. And then I was like, what? What? It's fucking crazy. She did so much stuff. I don't want to, like, dox her or anything, so that's all I'll say for both our safeties. But she's a fucking goat. She's so lovely. She's absolutely amazing. Yeah. Okay. Next. Marion Donovan. Inventor and entrepreneur. Marion was recognized as one of the era's most prominent female inventors. She secured a total of 20 patents for her creations, which is like the go-ahead. Her most notable contribution was in 1946 with the creation of a reusable I hate this word, impermeable diaper cover. So she basically invented it fucking says it. An impermeable diaper. Like, if you don't know what impermeable means, just fucking look it up. But in 1961, Victor Mills founded the company Pampers, which I hope we're all familiar with. He managed to mass-produce disposable diapers, and Marion was long forgotten as Pampers became the face of the modern diaper. So she fucking invented a way to not have diapers be disposable, and was like, here's a really efficient way for us to have diapers for our children, because she was a mother. It's not on the thing, but she was a mother. And then, fucking some asshole named Victor Mills comes along and founds Pampers, and no one remembers that she did that. So now we should all remember that she did that. Fuck Pampers. Yeah, also, just a nice little smile. It's a really nice picture. Yeah, so she was, on top of all of that, a mother. Shout out. Every mother ever should also be on this list. The good ones, at least, actually. Yeah, the inventor of the reusable diaper that no one fucking used because some asshole came along and took over the entire sales sector for it. Yeah. Who actually thought a man could invent diapers? Yeah, and his were mass-produced and disposable. They were significantly worse. Anyway, another woman. More. Okay, I should name one that isn't like my grandma or some lady I know, or Meowers. Not there's anything wrong with Meowser, I just need to stop naming content creators. Wait, I should stop looking at chat because someone just said a name. Anyone, man. I want another author. Can I put Sarah? I'm gonna put Sarah Simons because she's doing some really cool work right now. Sarah Simons. Ta-da! AKA Tommy and his mother, in case that name's familiar, but you can't quite place it. But she's sick, dude. Her streams are actually gas. Like, she talks about some really important stuff. If you're young and are looking for like a mother figure that will tell you how it is properly, her streams are really cool. Cool. Bessie Coleman. This is one of the ones that I would like. I'm still not over this. I'm so excited to talk about this. Everyone, please, on this one, please, like, I mean, you should have been paying attention to all of them, but this one specifically is so cool. She was a civil aviator. So in 1921, Bessie Coleman was the first African-American woman and first self-identified Native American to hold a pilot license. She is the earliest known black person to earn an international pilot's license, despite racial discrimination preventing her entry to American flying schools. After traveling to France to earn her license, because America didn't want to let her, Coleman returned to America where racial and gender bias prevented her from becoming a commercial pilot. I didn't word this very well. Basically, she wanted to become a pilot. America didn't let her because she was a woman. And, no. It was mostly racial discrimination. They were like, no, we're not fucking letting you study, because this was in 1892. Well, she wasn't doing that in 1982, but you get what I mean. And when they won't let you be a commercial pilot and you have a pilot's license... Similar sames? What does that mean? Do you mean names? Oh, Crowfire. Okay. Anyway, so stunt flying was her only option, and she staged the first public flight by a African-American woman in the U.S. on the 3rd of September, 1922. So if you don't know what stunt flying is, you fly and do stunts. So it's not helpful. You do tricks. It's cool. It's cool. Trust me. Coleman drew huge crowds to her shows, refusing to perform before a segregated audience and raising money to found a school to train black aviators. So what it means by refusing to perform before segregated audiences is basically that she, because they used to segregate audiences back then, of course, they were like, you know, either no women, no black people, only white men, blah, 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 you know. And she just fucking refused to perform for any audiences that weren't like everyone's allowed. So with the money that she made from the you know, stunt shows that she did, she raised money to open a school to train specifically black aviators so that they could go somewhere and America couldn't just go, no, you're not allowed to fly. She did unfortunately pass away really young, as you can probably add up from the dates, because a wrench got stuck in one of her planes while she was, or one of her jets while she was practicing. There's a different word for that when it's a show. But either way, absolutely undeniable impact on black aviators for that time and for now. Absolute fucking legend. For her saying, there we go. Thank you. I that's probably a better word. But no, she's sick as fuck. There's so much info on her as well, which is really cool. That's also a very nice picture. But yeah. Bessie Coleman. Absolutely fucking iconic. Bessie Coleman. Okay, another one. I want another music artist. I don't know how to write that name in English. That's actually horrible. Let me think. Okay, stop. Think about other stuff. Hi, my name's Biba Doobie. I think Biba Doobie's... Is Biba Doobie non-binary or am I fucking crazy? Okay, think. Come on. Oh, what's her name? I can't look it up. She has a feature that I really like. Okay. Laukin. I'm just gonna put Daoko. Japanese pop artist. She has really nice music. I say pop. It's a mix. She's cool. Check her out. I love Daoko. Meow, meow, meow. Alison Bechdel, American cartoonist. This one's really interesting. Alison Bechdel is an American cartoonist who is best known for a comic strip. Not gonna say that. To watch out for. She also created the now famous Bechdel test, which is used to measure gender bias in movies. In order to pass the test, a movie must simply have at least 2 female characters who talk to each other about something other than a man. Despite how fucking simple that sounds, so many movies fail it. She helped launch an important dialogue about the lack of substantial female characters in movies today. So it sounds like we all know about the Bechdel test. This is who we have to thank for it. It's just like, it's one of those things where I have to laugh at how sad it is that so many movies fail that test. Okay, 28. Yeah, it's fucking horrific. Ah, hello. I'll listen to you first.
Not had much time today, but I just wanted to say that this is such an amazing stream to do, so thank you.
Hey, I'm just having fun. Oh, Ross, can I put you? I'm gonna start asking now because I'm forever traumatized by me putting Water Munch, then Water Munch going, so I'm not a woman. Dude, I didn't know! I feel so bad. I didn't have a fucking clue. Ross, can I put you on the list? Yes, of course I wanna. Okay, Ross. Next. Mae Jemingson. Engineer, physician, and former NASA astronaut. Mae Jemingson became the first African-American woman to travel into space when she served as a mission specialist aboard the Space Shuttle Endeavour in 1992. Dr. Mae Jemingson, who carried Bessie Coleman's picture with her. So Bessie Coleman was, I made sure to include these in order. So this is Bessie Coleman, who I talked about, the aviator. And then when Mae went into space, she brought a picture of Bessie with her, which I thought was a really nice detail. When she retired from NASA, sorry to reiterate that, the fact that that's how Bessie's impact on inspiring African-American women to pursue things like fucking being an astronaut and flying and stuff. I think the fact that it impacted Mae enough to bring a picture of her with her says a lot about, the impact. Once she retired from NASA, she started the Jemingson Group, a consulting company that encourages science, technology, and social change. She also began teaching environmental studies at Dartmouth College and directed the Jemingson Institute for Advanced Technology in Developing Countries. So, being a NASA astronaut is impressive enough, but she retired from NASA, which NASA, I say it different every time I pronounce it, admitted was one of the saddest things they've had happen to them was her leaving. And she went on and did fucking so much afterwards. And she's still kicking it. Amazing stuff. it seems like chat recognizes her name quite a bit as well. Should we do it so when each time I show one of the slides, you guys say if you know them or not? Not in like a, I'm gonna shame you for it, just in like a, it's fun to see who's learning about someone for the first time and who already knew about her. There's positives and negatives to both. I think that'd be fun. Should we do that? What do you think, chat? Okay. 30. Why is Adele always the first one that comes to mind? It's so strange. She's on the list, so I can't put her. Let's go with... I never paid attention in history. Let's go with... Why do I keep thinking about Japanese pop artists? Oh, Brel's a band. Fuck. It's probably because she starts with an A. That's what I was thinking. That's insane. I need to stop putting people I know personally. Can I ask a historical woman's name? Yeah, sure. You know many athletes? Oh, I should know a swimmer, but I can't think of any. Katherine Johnson. Haven't we done her? I don't think so. I think she's on the list because I think I've thought of that recently. Anyway, okay, lock in. Lock in. Also, I know chat's not allowed to help me or whatever, but if you guys want to throw names out, you can, because the point of this is to literally name women so that we know them. So if you feel inclined to say a woman's name, fucking go ahead, because that's the whole point of this. Or this stream. Let's just think of someone, Jesus Christ. Not the Virgin Mary. Fuck it, fine, the Virgin Mary. I said Jesus Christ, and then I was like, okay. Okay, next slide. Malala Yousafzai. So sorry, Malala. Activist, and I fucking hope, and I mean seriously, I really hope that you know about Malala, because this was so ingrained to me in school. Malala Yousafzai is an activist for female education. At the age of 17, she became the youngest person to win the Nobel Peace Prize. She defied the local Taliban in Pakistan and spoke out after girls were banned for attending school. In 2012, she survived a gunshot on her way home from school, and then she went on to give a speech to the United Nations and publish her first book, I Am Malala, which became an international bestseller. I've read that book. It's really fucking good. If you haven't read it, I recommend you read it, though I know most schools make you read it anyway. I expect most of us have read the book, because it's like in every curriculum to read the book for good reason. It's very interesting. I included that she got shot and then proceeded to do all that shit just because, like, that's how against women's education they were. Is she got fucking shot for speaking out about it. But she is absolutely iconic. And did so much for, I mean, modern day feminism. The book is good. Okay, think. Michelle Obama. The inventors of the first computer. This one's multiple women, but it's because this is something I wanted to add. The ENIAC computer was the first electronic computer, and it was built between 1946 and 1945. It was 6 women that gave life to the machine as its primary programmers. Kay McNulty, Betty Jennings, Betty Snyder, Marlyn Westcoff, Fran, I think it was Belas, and Ruth Lichterman. For decades, the 6 women were largely unknown, but thanks to ICANN, the Internet Corporation for Assigned Names and Numbers, the world is getting to know the ENIAC's programmers' contributions to computer science. Despite 6 women's efforts literally being the ones that gave life to the computer. I think inventors was a wrong word choice on my part. They were more the programmers of the first computer. But despite all their work, John Mauchly is often credited for the invention of the computer. Like, no one talks about the 6 women that, you know, breathed life into it. They only talk about the man that went, I made this machine. And they didn't, they just didn't include their names. Dude, computer science, I found, is one of the areas that women have just always excelled in. Like, absolutely excelled in. And men have gotten all the credit for. Ada Lovelace, these 6 women, there's more ahead, Grace Hopper, and all the men just take credit for it because they'll stand in front of the machine and go, I made this, by the way. And they won't have a fucking clue what they're talking about because it's women that made all the fucking programming languages. So that's why I thought this was an important part to add. I don't really... I'll just list all their names in this one bit. Does this count as 6 names, guys? Be honest. We'd be here for a lot less time. I can just skip 3 of my ones and we can just do more slides. Because at the rate that we're going, I think I need that. Okay, we'll just do that. K... Multi Betty Okay, I think I wrote all that right. Okay, cool. Right. 39. Okay, now I'll name one. Actually, no, because those 3 count as me naming one, so I get to just do 3. Lady Gaga. Do you think they would have freaked out if they saw an RTX 3060 Ti in front of them? I don't think, I mean, they're not gonna fucking know what that is, but I bet you they'd figure it out. Lady Gaga. Okay, singer and actress. Lady Gaga has revolutionized music history through her innovative approach to music, fashion, and performance, and redefining pop culture over the years. Gaga's advocacy for inclusivity and LGBTQ rights has resonated deeply within her fan base. You're gay. Growing a sense of empowerment and acceptance to a wider audience. In 2019, Lady Gaga achieved a historic milestone by becoming the first woman to win an Oscar, Grammy, BAFTA, and Golden Globe in the same year. That's crazy, by the way. On stage, like, arrest me. I miss that Lady Gaga. Something happened to her. Not to be a conspiracy theorist all of a sudden, but I think everything kind of got to her because Lady Gaga, like younger Lady Gaga was way more vocal than nowadays. It's really a shame. She seems to have adopted shyness, which isn't what activists should do. I think most of us have seen the clip of her in Russia being like, oh, it's illegal for people to love each other here, and it's illegal for gay stuff, so they told me to not sing about gay shit. Well, fuck you! Arrest me! Arrest me, Moscow! I don't give a fuck! Yeah. What? She used to be so vocal. But fun fact, women were disproportionately also computers. Oh, are you saying that they made all the women do all the math for everything computer related? Is that what you mean, Gyro? Because I think you worded that a little bit strangely. Like behind computers. Okay, yeah, cool. That's true. They made women do a lot of the calculations because women are just smart with numbers and shit. The job was called computer. Like, what the... No, I know. Like, they would just... they were the Prime Cosmos. What the hell? Thank you so much. Could have gone to anyone that went to me. Thank you, W Prime. Yes, I did read about that as well. Okay, we'll just do next one. Oh, wait, I have to put Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga! Lady Gaga, no! Gertrude Bell. Mountaineer, explorer, diplomat, and spy. Insane resume. She began working for the Red Cross during World War I, but in November 1915, she was asked to go to Cairo along with archaeologists and others to make maps for the army. Oh, you can't see the bottom of the list. My bad, it's because it's cropped. Oh, I actually don't know how to fix that. Okay, that's, I guess, the only way for me to fix that. The group became the Arab Bureau responsible for the military intelligence in the Middle East. She traveled widely through the Middle East, spoke every dialect of Arabic and Persian, and more languages that aren't listed here, and was responsible for drawing the lines of what became modern Iraq. She also founded the Museum of Iraq in Baghdad. So she literally fucking drew, like, it says it, she drew the lines of what is now modern Iraq. Do you have any fucking idea how crazy that is? She also spoke like Portuguese, Italian, like European languages, as well as every dialect of Arabic and Persian, which is just insane. This woman was fucking crazy. Admits World War I. I read more about her as well because a small little thing that it said for her like wasn't enough, and I was like, what are you saying? What are you saying? So I looked up so many things about her, and it's all very confusing. I'm not gonna lie to you, this one confused me a lot, but I believe she was like, she had a passion for exploring, and specifically like Middle Eastern countries. She was like, I want to go there. And then World War I started, and they said, no, you're going to help during the Red Cross. And once that kind of like blew over, then they asked her to go to Cairo, and then she learned all of it because she already knew the languages because of her passion for it. It's all really fucking confusing. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend I know what I'm talking about. This is a really confusing one for me. But I was reading it and I was like, this is really impressive. I just wish I understood it more. It made me feel really dumb. But I'm pretty sure she then, like, she was a spy because she knew so much about it beforehand. It's very confusing. I do apologize. Okay. Cecilia Beau, American portrait painter. Cecilia Beau is a realist portrait painter who split her time between Paris and Pennsylvania. She considered herself a new woman and declared she'd never marry, choosing instead to devote her time to painting, which she did with great success. This one I just added because in the 1800s, 1900s, to turn around and be like, I'm not fucking, what, get married, have kids? Fuck you. I want to paint. Her paintings are really good. Like, really good. You should go look at them. They're fucking amazing. So I was like, okay, let's see this business you were standing on then. And I was like, whoa, oh my god, okay. Yeah, you do, yeah, you know what? You made the right choice. So, to back then, I mean, it's nowadays, even nowadays, a woman going, I'm not getting married, fuck that, dude. I wanna do whatever I wanna do, is still, to certain people, certain parts of the world, like a huge, like, what did you just say? So her doing it back then, standing on bare business, and doing her shit. Iconic, to say the least. I don't know when I'm supposed to name ones myself. I think I have 2 more slides and then I have to start naming them. I honestly lost track. Adele. Oh, I love her music so much. Adele has received 16 Grammy Awards. We're starting off strong with Adele. 16 Grammy Awards, 12 Brit Awards, including 3 for British Album of the Year, an Academy Award, a Primetime Emmy Award, and a Golden Globe Award. And those are only the big ones. While Adele made headlines in 2020 with a slimmed down figure, she's always been vocal regarding body positivity and feeling good in your own skin at any size, denouncing Hollywood culture. Yeah, so Adele's a feminist, and then also a promoted body positivity the whole time, even after she had like her massive I don't know if you guys remember during COVID, like quarantine, where they posted a picture of her and she lost so much weight. And everyone was like, holy shit, oh my god, Adele lost a bunch of weight. But even after that, she was like, you should feel good in your skin no matter what. I did it for my health. I didn't do it because Hollywood told me to. So she's always just been like, this is a big fuck you to Hollywood. I just did this for me. Yeah. I also love her music so much. I know everyone points to her like more recent stuff, but if you haven't listened to the album 19 by Adele, specifically the Live at the Hotel version, you're literally missing out. Okay, that is some of my favorite songs ever on it. Please listen to 19 by Adele, specifically the Live at the Hotel edition. Alice Ball. I forgot to add her to the fucking Adele. We're nearly halfway there. I'll speed up a little bit. I'm gonna stop being like, oh, but can I name that woman? I'm just gonna start fucking naming the first one that comes to mind. Go up a little bit. There we go. Alice Ball. Alice Augustola Ball was an African-American chemist who developed an injectable oil extract that was the most effective treatment for leprosy until the 1940s. She was the first woman and first African-American to receive a master's degree from the University of Hawaii. She was also the first female chemistry at the university. The University of Hawaii did not credit her work for nearly 90 years. She essentially fucking cured leprosy. Like, really impressively. This was another one that I was like, tell me more. And despite getting, like, the master's degree and proving that she was so fucking smart by curing leprosy, the University of Hawaii and America in general didn't want to acknowledge her accomplishments, like, at all. For nearly 90 years, as it says there. But she put in the fucking work. Leprosy fucking was killing a lot of people, like a lot of fucking people. So she saved a lot of people's lives in turn. I mean, that much is obvious. I'm gonna name one here. Let's go with, my brain just went, Alice Ball. Bitch, you just put Alice Ball. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, what's her name? Think of an actress. I've forgotten her name. Guys, what's the name of that? She was in Orange is the New Black. She's a black trans woman. She's the one that in the interview, I think she went, what was it? She went, girl, in the interview. What the fuck's her name? I feel so bad. I can't remember her name. I want to put her, though, because she's not on the list. What's her name? How much progress would have made technology if women were suppressed like this for so long? That's so real. Oh, what's her fucking name, man? Guys, help. Help. I'm gonna check both those names. I don't think it's the first one. Let me see. I think it's Liver and Cox. Yes, Liver and Cox. Lav. Oh, never mind. I pronounced it totally wrong. Lav. Yes. Okay. Cool. Next. Trotula of Salerno. This one's really interesting. I tried to read... Cox? No, it's Cox. I looked it up. I literally looked it up. This one's really fucking interesting. Physician, obstetrician, and gynecologist. Trota of Salerno was a female physician, I just said that. And gynecologist who lived in the 11th century in Italy. She has been dubbed the first ever gynecologist and promoted women's health, including cleanliness, a balanced diet, exercise, and avoidance of stress. Her work was very, very advanced for the time, and despite her genius in health, she was discredited for her work until the 20th century. I want you to look at her date of death. 1097. And she was only credited until the 20th century. She is held to have written the most important and influential texts on women's medicine in medieval Europe, and is also alleged to have been the first female professor in the School of Medicine in Salerno, a town famed for its wise female healers. Salerno, I think they called them the women of Salerno, which was just the women of that town were just fucking insane at health. Like Italy looked to them as like the fucking angels of healing people. But yeah, no, she wrote a bunch of, and I might get this wrong, I'm so sorry. I'm pretty sure I'm right though. It's because historically they don't know if this is right. This is literally, like, we don't even know when she was born. There's very little known about her. But what we do know is that she took part in writing about all of her, you know, promoting cleanliness, balanced diet, exercise, avoidance of stress, which is like what we do nowadays. She wrote about all of that, and then there was a book released, and they thought 3 men wrote it, and they called it like Trota, I think. They called the book something that was like her name because it was hers. It's so weird to explain to you. So the whole time, they thought these 3 men had written this book when it was her. Is what is believed. But we don't know the 100%. But yeah, no, she was really, really smart. Again, we literally do this now. Cleanliness, balanced diet, exercise, and avoidance of stress. Dude, look at when she died. She was born in the year like 1000. Minimum. There's no way 1000. She'd been long gone. But like, yeah, she was completely discredited. And this is like the only actual recording of her is this picture here. Sorry, I know the mouse is coming out twice. It's because it's different tabs, but yeah, no, she was incredible. Of Salerno. And I'm gonna put Rosalia. She's a Spanish artist. Okay, next. Beyonce. We know Beyonce. She's got a new album out. Singer, actress, and entrepreneur, Texas legend Beyonce gained fame as the lead vocalist of the R&B girl group Destiny's Child before establishing herself as a solo artist. I've definitely skipped some. It is here she released critically acclaimed classic albums such as Beyonce, Renaissance, and of course, Lemonade. Her music history addresses themes of empowerment, love, and resilience. From the Grammy Awards alone, Beyonce has won 32 awards and has been nominated for a total of 88. That's fucking insane. She's not even that old, chat. Beyonce is not as old as people like think she is. In addition to her illustrious musical career, Beyonce is a prominent philanthropist and activist. She uses her platform to involve herself in numerous charitable initiatives and advocate for racial equality, LGBTQ rights, and gender empowerment. Shout out Beyonce. Look, I don't always agree with what she's saying, but I can't deny she's done stuff. She's a little over 40. I mean, mathematically, yes. She would be 43. I have no idea. Please think of someone. What is this? Fuck it. Bad gal. What a crazy ad. Willie Mae Thornton. This one is sick. Singer-songwriter. Willie Mae Big Mama Thornton is a songwriter for Hound Dog, which rose to the top of the R&B charts in 1953, selling 2 million copies. However, she only earned $500 from this hit song. A few years later, Elvis took her song and adapted it for a more mainstream audience. It instantly became a hit and helped him to become a star, earning him quite a bit of money. Willie Mae died in 1984 in poverty. So if you wanted even more reasons to hate Elvis, there you go. She wrote Hound Dog, which is one of the biggest Elvis songs, like undeniably one of the biggest Elvis songs, and he didn't even fucking write it. Willie Mae Thornton did. And she got $500 from it and died alone in poverty. So next time someone be talking about Elvis, remind them who the real singer-songwriter is. Taylor Swift, because she's not on the list. Matilda Jocelyn Gage, author, activist, and lecturer. She worked tirelessly to advocate for abolition, women's rights, and Native American rights. While her opinions were considered extremely radical for her time, Gage paved the way for women's movement and social progress in the United States. She openly criticized organized Christianity for its role in the oppression of women and began important discussion about forced submission of women by the church. I wrote that last bit really strangely. She was basically just saying that Christianity, or like men were using Christianity as an excuse to make women do whatever they wanted, because they're like, oh, it's God's way of life. You can't not do God's way of life. God says women must do everything men say. But yeah, no, she was a very, very important activist. She was born into parents that were also extremists. So she was like, she hit the ground running. She fucking hit the ground running. Yeah, she was way before her time, which is such a strange sentence for activism. But the views she had and the movements she worked tirelessly to make come into fruition for 1800s, 1900s was absolutely insane. Very, very important activist that we do not talk about enough. 51. Okay, we're officially over the halfway mark. It's gonna be quicker from now on, as in like we're getting the swing of it. Typo. Yeah, no typo. Jesus. She did not live for that long. I bet. Whoa. Spoiler alert. Oh, I can't edit it. It's 1889. Sorry. I did think that when I was saying 1800s. I was like, wait, why does it say 19 next to that? I got the dates wrong. She died in 1889. I'm pretty sure she was born in 1826. My bad. I don't know whether extremist is a correct word. Remember, there's a difference between radical and bourgeois. No, she's just hashtag that bitch. And bourgeoisie feminism. I just mean I said extremist as in both her parents also had the thoughts against. How do I word it? I think, isn't extremist the right word there? Can I get a second opinion? Oh wait, in English isn't extremist when you're like, no, that's radical. I need to remember, like, I didn't learn about is usually negative. Really? But not necessarily bad. Could come across as harsh. Oh really? My bad. Not using an excuse, I'm just letting y'all know. I learned all of my history in Spain. So words like extremist or like anything like that, like radical, for example, is very different in English to Spanish, from my understanding. So that's my bad. That is my language failing me. My own personal fucking language failing me. Thank you for teaching me. Straight jacket kickboxer. I didn't know that. What could I use instead then? What would be correct for that? She was born into a family that were. I can't say she was born into a feminist family because I'm not really learning a word. What would I say instead? Progressive? Yeah, that works. She's born into a more progressive family. So, she hit the fucking ground running. Okay, cool. Did I write her name down? I did. Oh, I need to come up with one. Shit! Spoilers! Ah, everything's going wrong. If you sound bougie. Ow. Oh my god, please come out. Oh my god. That's a fictional character, babes. Okay. Let's go with... fucking... Soup for Eloise. Soup! Florence Nightingale, nurse. Florence grew up in a wealthy home, but she would dedicate her time to going to the slums in order to help the sick and injured. In 1844, she decided or made vocal that she would become a nurse. Her parents did not approve because she's from a wealthy home. But despite them saying that, she studied as a nursing student for 4 months and took up her first nursing role in 1853, where she was a superintendent. She returned from the Crimean War as a heroine, and the Nightingale Fund was set up to fund her continued work. By 1860, she had used the donations to establish the world's first professional nursing school at St. Thomas Hospital in London. While most famous for being the founder of modern nursing, Florence was also a social reformer and statistician, writing widely on all three subjects. With her guidance, nursing became a profession. So she was the one that began the profession of nursing, the first ever professional nurse, basically. Absolute go, and I'm glad that some people in chat seem to recognize her. Let me put her down here. And she worked hard. There's a lot I didn't put in there because there's already so much, but she worked hard. Let's go with... I keep thinking of women in my life, but I can't just keep putting random names. We had a wall in my school classroom dedicated to her. That's so sick. What? She did so much. Let's... Oh, you know what? Just because it was Nightingale, let's put Gracie. Just because it was Nightingale. Marsha P. Johnson. And if... Oh my fucking god, if someone in this chat doesn't know Marsha P. Johnson, I'm gonna lose my shit. Gay liberation activist and self-identified drag queen. Marsha P. Johnson was one of the most prominent figures of the gay rights movement of the 1960s and 1970s in New York City. Always sporting a smile, Johnson was an important advocate for homeless LGBTQ youth, those affected by HIV and AIDS, and gay and transgender rights. During this time, homosexuality was classified as a mental illness in the United States, and members of the LGBT+ community were regularly threatened and beaten by police. In June 1996, when Marsha was just 23 years old, the police raided a gay bar in New York called the Stonewall Inn. Over 200 people were forced out of the bar and onto the streets with the use of violence and excessive force. Marsha was a key figure of resistance during the raids, resisting arrest and leading a series of protests and riots demanding rights for the LGBT community. News of these protests spread globally, inspiring others to join protests and rights groups fighting for equality. I struggled to say at the end. Undeniably one of the most important women in LGBTQ history. Like, she did so much. Like, it's fucking insane. Led so many riots, so much. I think hopefully all of us know about Marsha. Incredible stuff. I also picked a different picture than the one everyone fucking uses for her. So, hope she appreciates that. Okay. Jojo Siwa. I don't like Jojo Siwa. I'm not putting Jojo Siwa. I was like, think of a lesbian. And then I remember this just because I saw that TikTok of her dancing to her new song, but she's dancing like ridiculously aggressive. And so everyone was like... Fuck it, I'll put Jojo Siwa. Just because it made me laugh. Just because it doesn't mean I don't have to like every woman on this list. Okay. Wu Zetian. Very interesting case. The first and only, to date, Empress of China. With her recorded exceptional... This one's really long, but it's because it's really interesting. With her recorded exceptional intelligence, extraordinary competence in politics, and inordinate ambition, she was ruled as the holy and divine emperor of the Second Zhou dynasty between 960 and 705 for 15 years. Imzi's not a woman. She was a female emperor in history. She was a female emperor... I clearly didn't write that right. She was the only female emperor in the history of China and was one of the most influential rulers in the history of the country because, of course, women get stuff done. She was known for being ruthless and decisive, two traits that helped her stabilize and consolidate the Tang dynasty. Wu was villainized by historians because she painted as Wu was villainized by historians, painted as an usurper who was both physically cruel and erotically wanton. The accusations were never proven and may have been due to her being a woman in power. I'll explain all this in a sec. In 697, Wu's power began to slip when she became more paranoid and began spending more time with her young lovers than on ruling China. This was considered scandalous because of her advanced age. The practice of an emperor having young women as concubines was customary, but when an empress decided to entertain herself with young men, it was suddenly scandalous. Her paranoia resulted in a purge of her administration. Anyone she suspected of disloyalty was banished or executed. The efficiency of her court declined as she spent more time with men and became more addicted to different kinds of aphrodisiacs. In 704, court officials had her lovers murdered. Wu was forced to abdicate in favor of her exiled son and his wife, Wei. She was in very poor health anyway by this time and died a year later. Okay, she has an insane story. And luckily, China keep records. Like, they've been keeping records, so there's quite a bit about her. But she was extremely smart, as it says. Like, it was undeniably smart, really good leader. But I think they were called the Zhang brothers. There were two brothers that she got quite sexually infatuated with, and she would just constantly be having a good time with the two brothers. And she reached a point where she was doing that more than actually ruling the fucking country, as it says there. So they killed the Zhang brothers, and as she just kept fucking banishing everyone, she kind of caused her own, I'm gonna say failure, because she did a lot for China, but she kind of drove herself insane and used sex as escapism, because she turned to aphrodisiacs as well, because it's the closest thing they probably had to drugs back then. I mean, we're talking 624. But no, it's very sad, and it's also a very old tale about double standards as well, because as I wrote there, Chinese emperors that were men, totally normal to have a bunch of young women going around for sexual pleasure, but the moment it's a woman with just two men for a good time, she was suddenly, what was it? Erotically wanton. It was pure sexism. She ran the country really well, but some people in the court had a problem with her being a woman. And described her as ruthless, but as far as I'm aware, most emperors are. So, what's new? Okay, think of a woman. Queen Elizabeth I. You can really tell the fruiting effect this is all having. I'm just gonna put the first. I'm not gonna put the second. I'm not cheesy like that. Gladys Bentley. Oh, I loved reading about this one. Okay. Gladys was a revolutionary gender-bending jazz singer. She knocked down barriers most weren't even daring to acknowledge in the 1920s and 30s. She was known for singing raunchy songs laced with double entendres that thrilled and scandalized her audiences, according to Smithsonian Magazine. Her career skyrocketed when she appeared at Harry Hensman Clam House, a well-known gay speakeasy in New York in 1920s, as a black lesbian cross-dressing performer. She was effectively erased from the history books because she was scandalous, but according to Smithsonian, her story is resurfacing as she is seen as an African-American woman who was ahead of her time for proudly loving women, wearing men's clothing, and singing bawdy songs. I have never heard of her prior to researching all of this, and absolutely fucking iconic. Dude, imagine 1920s, 1930s, cross-dressing African-American lesbian. Oh my god. Insane. Like, fucking insane. That's so... Can you imagine how much shit she had to go through, but was still keeping up being her genuine self and going on stage and singing her ranchy-ass lesbian songs? Fucking shout out. Shout the fuck out. Let's go with... But she'd be the coolest to talk to. I wish I could hear her singing, man. That's what pisses me off when it's like 1920s artists. You can't hear any of the singing. She's on the list. She's on the list. Oh, fuck it. I'm gonna start taking chat suggestions. My 2 hours is my fucking limit with streaming, and I've just hit it, and we're only at 60. We have the option of me not naming any and just going through the slides. We could do that, and then I name 100 at the end. I think that'll be way easier on my head. If I just do all the slides and then name women from my mind. Dolly Parton, pretty sure she's on the list. I say just go. Should we just do the slides, and then at the end I'll do all the names? Because I think my brain's getting confused at the... Oh, Reed. Okay, now come up with a name. Okay, Reed, now come up with a name. Okay, let's do that. Let's speed through it a little bit. Because I have editing to do as well, so I can't be like forever. Fe del Mundo. Pediatrician. Fe was the first woman ever to be admitted to Harvard's medical school. The legend is, so not confirmed, but this is what's believed. She was admitted before the school to let women in... What? The legend is that she was admitted before the... Okay. I'm going to word this a bit nicer than I have here. The legend is that she was admitted to Harvard's medical school before it let women in, but because the admissions officials didn't realize she was a woman when she applied. It might be a myth, but there's no doubt that her medical work in the US and the Philippines is unparalleled. Faye was a founder of the first pediatric hospital in the Philippines, a pioneer doctor in rural communities and public health sector whose work was an international acclaim. She worked in pediatrics well into her 90s and lived to be 99 years old. So I don't know why I put 2011. Oh, no, to be fair, it might not have been her birthday, 2011. Worked in pediatrics well into her 90s. First ever woman to be admitted to Harvard's medical school. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. There was a lot to her as well. It's like similar with Florence Nightingale. She also did so much research, so much findings, so much fucking life savings. Absolutely amazing. Victoria Cruz. Victoria Cruz is a queer trans activist who worked with fellow LGBTQ+ activists Marsha P. Johnson and Sylvia Rivera. She was at the Stonewall Inn during the Stonewall riots, which I told you about before, and was present at the first gay pride march in 1970. She was born in Puerto Rico, came out at a young age, and moved to New York City when she was a young woman. After experiencing sexual assault at work, she became involved with the Anti-Violence Project and eventually became a senior domestic violence counselor and advocate. So she was straight up a fucking counselor and also massive activist for both trans rights and survivors of domestic violence / abuse. So very, very important activist. Also, she's so fucking cool. I like the shirt. Yes. Ariana DeBose. I don't know how to pronounce that properly. DeBose? It's because it's like Afro-Latina, so... anyway. Actress. Ariana DeBose became the first Afro-Latina and openly LGBTQ actor. I think it's DeBose. DeBose? The problem is when it's a slightly Spanish name, I'm like, okay, but I might have to pronounce this like the American way. I don't know. Ariana, I do apologize. Oh, I forgot to put space. She became the first Afro-Latina and openly LGBTQ actor to win Best Supporting Actress, and she has received many other awards, including an Academy Award, a British Academy Film Award, and a Golden Globe Award. In addition to nominations for a Tony Award and a Primetime Emmy Award. Jesus Christ, man. In her acceptance speech, she celebrated the historic nature of her win. To anybody who has ever questioned your identity, I promise you there is a place for us. In 2022, Time magazine named her one of the 100 most influential people in the world. I don't know if anyone heard about this in 2022. I did, and it was a very big deal. Even though, by now, it should be quite normal. But it was a very big deal. Oh, right. Okay, what number are we at? Ariana DeBose. Okay. 63. I'm going to take a moment here. Chat, are we having a good time? And also, who have you learnt about during this stream so far? Who have you learned about? If you can remember the names, I'll scroll up a little bit. So you got up to there. Are we learning shit? Are we having a good little time? I hope so. I know it might be like exhausting that I'm just sat here educating, but what the hell are you talking about? Okay, never mind, we're good. But it's important, and I think we're doing it in a fun way. Okay, next up. Anna May Wong. You probably recognize her, if not. Oh. Remembering names is not my strong suit. I'm the same, don't worry. Wong is considered Hollywood's first ever Asian American movie star. Her talent earned her roles in over 50 domestic and foreign films, and she was also the first Asian American to star in a TV show. Racism and discrimination plagued her career, but Anna overcame the obstacles put in front of her and had a successful career. A year before her death, she was honored with a star in the Hollywood Walk of Fame and was the first Asian American woman to receive one. Yeah, absolutely fucking huge. I have seen movies with her in them because once they because back then they didn't allow Asian American movie stars. When they had to cast an Asian American in movies, it was always Anna. So she's been in a lot of older movies, like fucking black and white movies. Harry, what's up? Think of the raid. How's your stream? What do you get up to? I actually didn't see what you got up to this time. Normally I see your notif. Hello, hi raiders, what's up? Welcome to the Naming 100 Women, but with like a million twists that I'll explain in a second. I hope you had a good stream, man. I'm krowfang. We do variety. Today's quite a relaxed stream because it's like literally a fucking education stream. But we're having a good time. We're like fucking 2 hours and 50 minutes into it. I won't stop yapping, so we're only on Women 64. Presentations on who should get VIP. What? Wait, so like chat submitted presentations? That's actually, wait, that's such a good idea. Harry, don't DM me if you see me fucking doing something like that. So what we're doing, chat did them live. Oh, I bet that was fun. So what we're doing, chat, is you've probably seen the Naming 100 Women challenge. I know Harry did it. I'm doing that, but not really as a challenge. I'm putting my own twist on it. I saw a lot of male streamers go live and take it as like a joke that they couldn't name 100 women, or they were like naming no like historical women, if that makes any sense. And it's Women's History Month, and the fact that people are struggling to name women was a bit heartbreaking. So I've made a presentation with 50 slides of historical women. This is one of them. We're just clicking through them, and then I'm listing 50 of my own from the top of my head, because I didn't have time to make 100 slides. So that's what we're doing. And right now I'm just doing all of the slides, and at the end I'll be naming women from the top of my head. So we're basically ignoring like a majority of the rules. We're not timing it or anything. I just thought in honor of Women's History Month we could do something like this, and we're having a good little time. A lot of these stories are fucking nuts, and everyone's learning a lot of shit. So yay. I'm really bad at naming them from the top of my head because I spent 2 days on this presentation. So my brain will only say the names of women on this presentation, and obviously that doesn't fucking work. But anyway, if you're interested in my future streams, go ahead and drop a follow, and also you can check out my socials where you can see what I get up to, because this is quite a chill little educational stream in great contrast to what we usually do. But yeah, okay, let's continue. We've added Anna. Let's go to the next one. Elizabeth Candy Stanton, activist. Elizabeth Candy Stanton and her unfuckwithable glare was a pioneering figure in the Americans' women's rights movement alongside Susan B. Anthony. She played a massive role in advocating for women's suffrage, equality, and civil rights in the U.S. Katie, not Candy. Did I say Candy? My bad. I've been reading so much out loud. After becoming frustrated with the limitations on women's rights within society, Stanton co-organized the Seneca Falls Convention, the first women's rights convention in history. At the convention, Stanton presented the Declaration of Sentiments, demanding equal rights for women, including the right to vote. This event marked the beginning of the organized women's suffrage movement in the United States, which is a big fucking deal. I didn't get taught about American history at all in school because I didn't go to fucking school in America. And Europe doesn't really acknowledge American history because, I don't know, there's so much history in Europe, why would be, or something. But I do know fucking how important these movements were. So, also, sorry, the unfuckwittable glare. Literally, look at that. Sorry. If I were a man and I saw a woman trying to, like, fight what I was saying with that glare, it's clear why she was successful. Stanton. She gives I don't give a shit energy, and clearly she didn't give a shit what men had to say because she played a massive role in advocating for women and just general civil rights. Okay, next up. Harriet Tubman. I assume we all know Harriet Tubman. If not, I fucking hope so. Political activist. Harriet Tubman was an African-American abolitionist and political activist born into slavery around 1822 in Maryland. She's known for her role in the Underground Railroad, a network of secret routes and safe houses used by enslaved African Americans to escape to free states and Canada. During the Civil War, however, Tubman also worked for the Union Army as a nurse, cook, and spy. She became the first woman to lead an armed expedition in the war by guiding the Combahee. I think it's Combahee. That's why I was like, hold on, let me think. I think it's Combahee. She made look at the camera. In South Carolina, liberating over 700 enslaved people. After the war, Tubman continued fighting for civil rights and women's suffrage. Okay, it seems like we all know Harriet Tubman. Thank God. Extremely, extremely, extremely important woman historically. Freed a shitload of people and paved the way for fucking now, man. A lot of these women's influence literally continues to like bleed into today. I mean, all of them does. That's how history works, but you know. Rosa Parks. Rosa Parks, political activist, born February 4th, 1913, I've read so many dates, was an African-American civil rights activist who became known as the mother of the civil rights movement. She was also disabled. She had epilepsy. Really? Did I know that? I don't know if I knew that. Oh my God. Her claim to fame came on December 1st, 1955, when she refused to give up her seat at the front of a segregated bus to a white man in Montgomery, Alabama. Following her arrest, civilians participated in the Montgomery bus boycott, a pivotal movement in the civil rights movement. Pivotal moment in the civil rights movement. My apologies. After 381 days of the boycott, the Supreme Court ruled the segregation on public buses was unconstitutional. Parks continued her activism throughout her life. I want it to sink in, that last bit. After 381 days, she had narcolepsy. Oh, okay. After 381 days of the boycott, the Supreme Court ruled that segregation on public buses was unconstitutional. Dude. Fucking insane. I really do hope everybody here knows Rosa Parks. I think there's a big wave of like pretty like what like only buses? Why are you saying only buses? You're making me worried because I know I've been talking for so long now. I feel like I'm trampling over my words and just making shit up by accident. Because it took 381 days just for black people to be able to ride a bus. Oh, okay. I thought you were saying like I'd said something wrong, and I was like, please, I'm trying to just read at this point. I don't want to say anything like incorrect. Just kind of find the crazy it is. Okay. I think that now is like the big wave of really known ones, so I hope after this people know most of the ones that are gonna come up. Okay. Maya Angelou. Please tell me real. I think it's Angelou. Angelo. Is it Angelou in English? When it's more historical names like these, I just remember them in Spanish. I think so. Okay, we'll go Angelou. Maya, I hope I'm right. Maya Angelou, born April 4th, 1928 in St. Louis, Missouri, was an American poet, memoirist, and civil rights activist. Her traumatic childhood experiences led her to the groundbreaking memoir, I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, in 1996. I've heard it both ways, okay. After more incredibly successful works were released, she became an even more prominent figure in the civil rights movement and worked closely with the biggest civil rights leaders. In addition to becoming the first black woman to conduct a screenplay in Hollywood, she received numerous awards and honors for literally, oh my god, I can't fucking speak anymore. Literary accomplishments, including but not limited to the Presidential Medal of Freedom, the National Medal of Arts, and 3 Grammy Awards for her spoken word albums. Also, editor note, please read And I Still Rise. Please read it. Please fucking read it. I beg of you. Fuck, I don't care if you know her, if you don't know her, read it. Get it, Dr. Crow, DJ Krowfang. Shut up, I'm really trying here. Have I missed one? I feel like I've missed one. Ah. Is Rosa Parks really the one before this? Oh, damn. Eva Perón, First Lady of Argentina. Born May 7th, 1919, Eva Perón, commonly known as Evita, quickly rose to prominence as the First Lady of Argentina in 1946. She was loved by all Argentine civilians and hated by most influential Argentine political figures. Sound familiar? Evita became a symbol of hope and empowerment for the working class and marginalized communities in Argentina. She championed labor rights, women's suffrage, and social welfare. What do you want? I'm talking about women. Sleep. Social welfare problems. Evita established the Eva Perón Foundation on July 8th, 1948, providing healthcare. Do you need me to read the rest? Providing healthcare, housing, and education initiatives to the poor. Despite being hated by her big political opponents, few hated her more than the elite. Oh my god, I did it. I fucking powered through that. Let me get some water. Oh my god. Yes, it looks like a lot of us know Eva Perón, which is good. Shout out Evita. Eva Perón. Hey, Ablaze Jarl. Why do you say my name so dramatically? Next up, Margaret Sanger. Activist. Margaret Sanger was born September 14th, 1879 in Corning, New York. She was a pioneer of birth control and the founder of Planned Parenthood, one of the largest providers of reproductive health care in the United States. In 1916, Sanger opened the first birth control clinic in the United States in Brooklyn, New York. She provided contraceptive information and devices to women facing significant opposition from religious and political authorities. Despite her activism leading to multiple arrests and legal battles, her unwavering fight to promote family planning and women's autonomy over their bodies never dwindled. Founder of Planned Parenthood, which I believe we all know about. That is who you have to thank for Planned Parenthood. And also many rights. I think added your own spin to this channel by teaching about historically significant and amazing women. That's really cool. So here's thank you. Yeah, I didn't really like what people were doing with it. I don't think it was very productive. I'm doing my best. Making 50 slides in 2 days was really difficult because I was like, I have to do this while this thing is trending, not because then it draws more people in to learn. Not that I give a shit about the views, you know what I mean? But for this stream, I wanted as many people to watch as possible so that they would learn. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, it would have been 100 slides. If I had more time, I would have made 100 slides. Yes. Susan B. Anthony, activist. Susan B. Anthony worked closely with Elizabeth Cady Stanton, who we learned about. Anthony became a leading figure in women's suffrage movement after realizing that women's lack of political rights hindered their ability to effect meaningful change. One of her most significant contributions to the movement was leadership in organizing campaigns and advocating for legislative change. She traveled all around the United States delivering speeches, organizing rallies, and lobbying lawmakers to support women's suffrage. Anthony played a pivotal role in drafting and introducing the 19th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, granting women's rights to vote. 14 years after her death in 1920, the amendment was ratified. Extremely important once again. People see it as a challenge, but only kind of miss a point. Yeah, that's what I mean. Also, like it's Women's History Month. Come on. Yes. I don't think there are any questions here. That's all put out very fucking clearly. What is this? There we go. We also learned about Elizabeth Cady earlier, in case you're like, that sounds familiar. She's also on the list. I tried to add people that I could tie to the back. It's the same thing I did with May and where did I put the names? Because I want to say the whole names. Where are you? With Bessie Coleman and where's May? Mae Jemingson. And also yes. Serena Williams. I hope we all fucking know Serena Williams. Athlete. Serena Williams is, quite simply, the greatest tennis player of all time. With an unparalleled list of accomplishments, including 23 Grand Slam single titles, 14 Grand Slam double titles with her sister, and 4 Olympic gold medals, Williams towers over her competition. On top of shattering records in tennis and being one of the most iconic athletes sports has ever seen, Williams is a philanthropist, entrepreneur, and advocate for gender equality and social justice. In 2014, Serena Williams founded the Serena Williams Foundation, supporting education, health, and empowerment initiatives for mainly underprivileged communities. I hope we all know about Serena Williams once again. Well, ladies and women, it's like I would sit here and explain this to you, but I hope you fucking know it. Which is why I'd probably be a horrible teacher, because they'd be like, "What's 2 + 2?" And I'd go, "So you should know that." So I'm not gonna tell you. But no, she does absolutely fucking tower over her competition. I don't know a lot about tennis. It's not a sport that's ever really interested me. I also prefer badminton, but I know that she's absolutely fucking goated with it. I think it's Bader. Ruth Bader Ginsburg, Supreme Court judge. You seem like a good teacher, actually. Maybe. Hard G, is it? Like Ginsburg? Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Whoops. Ginsburg was a trailblazing legal scholar and jurist who was a tireless advocate for gender equality and women's rights. The reputation, along with her birthplace of New York, earned her the nickname Notorious RBG, which I thought was really funny. As a litigator for the ACLU in the 1970s, she successfully argued for several cases in front of the Supreme Court that challenged discriminatory laws and practices that are based strictly on sex. During her tenure, how do you say that again? Tenure? During that word, on the Supreme Court, Ginsburg emerged as the leading voice that authored influential opinions on issues such as reproductive rights, LGBTQ+ rights, voting rights, and affirmative action. I hope a lot of you know about her. I hope. I think I could understand if the Europeans didn't. There we go. I'll be real. The first time I heard about her was because of the nickname. Someone said Notorious RBG, and I said, "Don't you mean BIG?" And then they went, "No," and then I got educated. That was the first I'd heard of her, because I just hadn't heard of her before that. Princess Diana. Fuck me if you don't know Princess Diana. I think it's all over. I think I need to do 10 million more of these streams if the world doesn't know Princess Diana. Born Diana Frances Spencer, Princess Diana was the first wife of Prince Charles, heir to the British throne, and became one of the most famous and influential women of her time. Her warmth, compassion, and humanitarian work brought great attention to social issues and made an incredible impact. Her advocacy for charitable causes, particularly in relation to children, the sick, and those affected by poverty, is among some of her most notable contributions. Few contributions of her are more notable than her unwavering need to raise awareness about HIV/AIDS. Her tireless work shifted the public's perception of the disease and helped her earn the legacy of the People's Princess. I think all of us know about her. And her work for HIV and AIDS was so fucking important, man. Oh my god, I learned about it so much, and every time I was like, holy shit, the best queen ever. Dude, I'm so fucked off. She's dead. Like, that sounds so ridiculous. I don't know why the date's not on this one. Please forgive me. Can you imagine her in like as the Queen of England, man? I'm pretty sure you can buy that sweater, Derpy. Surely anything she's worn. Eleanor Roosevelt, First Lady of the United States. She never wanted to be, though. Yeah, I mean, that's why she, like, was not doing that. I mean, her whole thing was not really being royal. But, yeah, I do agree that she probably wouldn't have liked a crown on her head and been able to go, I want you to do this. But, yeah. People's Princess. Roosevelt redefined the role of First Lady by using her position to advocate for social reform, human rights, and equality. Throughout her life, she was a tireless champion for marginalized communities. Eleanor Roosevelt was a driving force behind the... Roosevelt? Really? Man, I can't pronounce names for shit. Roosevelt. My apologies, Eleanor. Please forgive me. Eleanor was a driving force behind the New Deal programs and played a crucial role in shaping the Universal Declaration of Human Rights as a delegate to the United Nations. After her husband's death in 1945, she continued her activism as a diplomat and humanitarian, serving as the first chair of the United Nations Commission on Human Rights and helping to draft the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. What is ruse? American shaking my head. I'm saying, why do you guys make pronouncing everything so fucking difficult? Dude, I got raised with a language that you say how it's spelt. And then I got introduced to all this bullshit. Chat, how many of you knew about her? I'm just curious, because they didn't teach me about her in school. Who knew about her? Who knew? Ah. I hate when I do that. Excuse me. Thank you. What? Oh. Hey, Carl, I only found out about you like a week ago, but I think you're very cool and I look up to you. Oh, thank you. Also, I love the stream idea. Thank you for doing this. Hey, no worries. I don't know why people are thanking me. I'm for real just appreciating women. Lavinia Fontana. Artist. Fontana was an Italian painter who is regarded as the first professional female artist in history. You gay artist bitches should love her. Her work sorry, you gay. Oh God. Dude, my limit is 2 hours for real. Her work focused mainly on portraiture and religious subjects, and she was renowned for her innate ability to capture the likeness and personality of her subjects with remarkable precision. Don't call us gay. No, I will. Fontana also produced religious and mythological paintings, which earned commissions from prominent institutions and churches across Italy. Her works contributed to the flourishing artistic scene of Bologna. Lavinia Fontana. I did it. Yeah, sorry, I just called all of you out by going, you gay. Ah. Okay. 75. We're 3/4 in. Jane Austen, novelist. Jane Austen is regarded as one of the best writers the world has ever seen. Her works drew inspiration from her surroundings and society in which she lived. Despite living in a time when women's opportunities for education and careers were limited, Austen displayed remarkable intelligence and skill from a young age. Austen's novels are celebrated for their keen social commentary and fantastic exploration of themes such as love, marriage, class, and the role of women in society. Despite achieving modest success in her lifetime, she has gained immense popularity as time went on, earning a serene title as one of the best to ever put a pen to paper. I hope we all know about her as well. Like I said, we're getting to the final wave, which is a lot of like, I hope you know her, but here's a reminder she exists. Whereas at the beginning I was trying to go for like, maybe you don't know about, maybe you don't know about Ada Lovelace, for example, Whitney Houston, singer and actress. Whitney Houston is one of the greatest and most influential vocalists of all time. She is highly regarded inside and outside the music space, garnering massive success both while she was alive and posthumously. She rose to prominence in the 1980s and became one of the best-selling music artists of all time. Houston's self-titled debut album catapulted her into superstardom, and she continued to dominate the charts through the 80s and 90s, paired with this success. Whitney Houston holds a Guinness World Record as the most female-awarded artist of all time. She holds 400 awards. 400 awards. 400. You take 100, then you quadruple it. And that's how many awards Whitney Houston has. Fucking insane. Okay. Rihanna. I have to refresh it. Hold on. Hold on. I opened it. I opened it wrong. Flashbang. Here we go. Oh, wait, no, I did put Frida. I fucking forgot. I just got so confused by myself. Oh, that's the wrong thing. I might mess up the order a bit. No, it's all good. Is this gonna work? Yes. Rihanna. Singer, actress, and businesswoman. Rihanna is one of this generation's most accomplished and renowned artists of the planet, along with creating hit songs Umbrella and Diamonds and Work, which combined for over 4.1... What? I shall. She has accumulated 9 Grammy Awards, 13 American Music Awards, including the Icon Award. What? Yeah, Slay Queen Girl Boss. 12 Billboard Awards and 6 Guinness World Records. Outside of music, Rihanna launched her unbelievably successful fashion and beauty brands Fenty Beauty and Savage X Fenty. These entrepreneurial ventures helped her become the youngest self-made female billionaire. Additionally, Rihanna is a philanthropist who actively supports causes like education, healthcare, and disaster relief through her Clara Lionel Foundation. That's with a B. Billionaire. From the word billion. Rihanna. I think everyone has Rihanna on their list, and as they should. As they fucking should. Just saying. And this is the final slide. And I didn't make this one. Frida Kahlo. Artist. Mexican artist Frida, and we all know Frida. Frida Kahlo is known for her powerful exploration of themes such as identity, gender, and Mexican culture. After battling lifelong injuries and being in chronic pain after a near-fatal bus accident in 18, she turned to painting and recovery as a form of self-expression and therapy. Through her art, Kahlo address themes of pain, resilience, love, and cultural identity, drawing inspiration from Mexican folk art, I hate that word so much, indigenous culture, and her personal life. Kahlo was a proud advocate for women's rights, gender equality, anti-imperialism, gender roles, stereotypes, Mexican heritage, indigenous cultures, and so much more. Her paintings served as a vessel for her activism and left a lasting legacy. And thank you, Derpy, for making that slide. I did make that slide. There we go. And that's all the slides. And now we're back to just my brain. I have to come up with 20 names, but my brain is so fried, I'm gonna ask for a little bit of help. Where I had absolutely no time, and I was running out of time to make the list, so I was like, Derpy, please help. Can you just make some, please? Oh, wrong thing. And he did. Thank you, Derpy, for being a feminist. Okay, I really did think I put Dolly Parton on there, but I guess I didn't. So Dolly Parton, Marilyn Monroe, Jane Seymour. Very time consuming. Can you see why I asked for some help, man? I was like, I have so much to do and I really want to do this stream, but like I cannot. I don't have time. I don't have time. Luna, Natasha Lyonne is a fictional character. Carly Lloyd. Give me more names, chat. I'm just putting what you're saying. I did my part. Jennifer Lawrence. You have the actor. Wait. Wait, no, it is. It is. Sorry. You're so right. It is a real person. I'll put Simone Biles. I don't know why she wasn't on there. It's my bad. Sorry, I'm so silly. Iron Mouse? Yeah, sure. Dylan Mulvaney. Got scared for a second. No, I look so silly now. It's my bad. Emilia Earhart. Billie Eilish. Extremely accomplished fucking young woman. Eilish. Sabrina Carpenter. Billie Eilish's career is like, she actually just left smoke behind her everywhere she went. Like, everything was on fucking fire. She actually killed it from day one. Absolutely insane. Insane run, and she's still at it. Laffy? Yeah, sure. Casey, Miss Graves. 5 more, chat. 5 more. That show has me in a chokehold. Rhea Ripley. Rosa Parks. We have Rosa Parks. Michelle Obama. We have Michelle Obama. Ice Spice. Fine, bro. Fine. Mitski. Zombie Cleo. Kayak, thank you for the sub. Thank you so much. Thank you. Number 100, chat. Love. Why does it do it twice? Thank you so much again for the sub. Yeah, I know. That's why I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Chat has to be someone like not that there's like a scale of good, but wait, you know what? Let's put QTcinderella because she made this. That feels right to me because she's the one that came up with this challenge. And yeah, I'm glad she did, because we got to do this stream, and I'm glad you guys you know, keep a cat. Oh yeah, I was gonna do 101 cat. Oh whoa. I said I was gonna do 101. Why conform? Why conform? And that's a list, chat. I'm not gonna say all the fucking names because I'll die, but we have said all the names. All the way from Wilma Rudolph to Ada Lovelace to Ruth Litterman to Adele to Bad Gal to Fe del Mundo, Victoria Cruz, Rosa Parks, Rihanna, Frida, Natasha Lyonne, Laffy, Cat Owo, Zombie Cleo. We did it! We flapping did it! Wee-hee! Oh, it's so late. Oh my god, it's so late. I've been live for 3 hours. We did it! We did it! That was so much fun. Oh, Melanie Mitchell is not on the list. Oh, she's on there in my heart, especially because I'm paid for a damn concert. Chat, thank you so much for sitting with me during that, and thank you, Derpy, for your last minute help, because I did not have time to finish it. Thank you so much. And yeah, no, seriously, thank you for sitting and listening. It means the world. I was, you know, I'm glad this is something I could do. I'm glad I managed to do this despite having no time, and now I have to kind of pull an all-nighter, but it's okay. Yeah, as we know, my mental limit for streaming is normally 2 hours, and it's been nearly 3 of those, so I'm gonna wrap up quite quickly today, unfortunately. But please do go ahead and follow, or if you're not already, or like follow my socials, do all that stuff, so the next time I go live, you can be there, and it's like the usual stuff. But uplift women, I actually beg. Never let a man shut you up. Never wait for men to be quiet in order to speak. You have a voice, and don't let any fucking man try and get you to not use it. Because the next time you a man has like silenced you or made you feel like, you know, oh, you don't know what you're talking about when you do, or try to take over your space, or isn't invested in your ideas when they should be if you're a man. Remember these women that we learned about today, because they didn't let no man tell them what to do. They don't let no fucking man tell them what to do. So, girls who run the world. We have so many iconic women to look up to and be powerful for, and just follow in their footsteps, and they're paving the way for us, so we should fucking walk the path that men refuse to acknowledge. Yep. Right, who are we rating? It has to be a woman. I mean, it has to be. What about Emma Langevin? I've never rated Emma Langevin. I'm actually not even following her on Twitch for some fucking reason. Should we rate Emma? I've met Emma. I have no idea why I'm not following Emma on Twitch. I met her at TwitchCon. She was really, really nice. Back when she had half and half hair. And I went, oh my god, twinsies. But yeah, she was absolutely lovely. So we're going to go ahead and rate Emma. Because, yes. Oh, this channel is intended for mature audiences. Well, it's the same as this one, so I don't really have to say anything, do I? Right, chat, be sure to follow my socials so you know when the next stream is. It should be on Tuesday. But who knows nowadays. Thank you so much for sitting through this with me. It has been my absolute Derpy, you are trying so hard to get permaban from Twitch. Thank you so much for sitting here and listening to me tell you about all these amazing women, and thank you for allowing yourself to be educated. It's extremely important, and I appreciate it. Right. Okay, I'm gonna go recollect my brain cells. Thanks again, Derpy, for your help. Thank you, mods. Thank you, women. Thank you, women. Bye, guys. Thank you, women. Bye.